The night sky has watched over humanity for millennia, and at its heart sits our most familiar companion, the moon. Silent, silver, and serene, it rises each evening like clockwork, casting its gentle glow across our world. We've gazed upon it in wonder, used it to mark time, and finally walked upon its surface. But what if everything we think we know about our celestial neighbour is wrong? What if the moon is not a natural satellite formed billions of years ago, but something far more extraordinary, an artificial construct, placed in our skies by an intelligence beyond our understanding? Welcome to History for Sleep, where we venture into the shadows of the past to uncover truths that challenge everything we've been taught. I'm your guide through these mysteries, inviting you to close your eyes and drift into a realm where the impossible becomes plausible, where ancient secrets whisper from the darkness. Tonight, we embark on a journey that will forever change how you see that familiar orb hanging in the heavens above. The moon is an anomaly, a cosmic impossibility hiding in plain sight. Every night, we look up and see something that, according to the laws of celestial mechanics, simply shouldn't exist in the form it does. The more we study our lunar companion, the more questions arise, each one more unsettling than the last. Questions that lead to a single, mind-bending possibility: that our moon is not natural at all, but an ancient alien construct, a massive artificial satellite placed in Earth's orbit for purposes we can barely comprehend. Consider this. Our moon is precisely the right size and distance to create perfect solar eclipses. When the moon passes between Earth and the sun, it blocks out the solar disk almost exactly, leaving only the sun's corona visible as a shimmering crown of light. This cosmic, so precise, so mathematic coincidence is exactly perfect that it defies probability. The moon is approximately 400 times smaller than the sun, but it's also roughly 400 times closer to Earth. What are the odds of such precision occurring naturally? Dr. Isaac Asimov, the renowned scientist and author, once calculated the probability of this phenomenon occurring by chance. His conclusion was startling. The likelihood of such a perfect celestial alignment happening naturally is virtually zero. Yet there it is, night after night, a testament to either impossible luck or deliberate design. The ancient Greeks noticed this too. They called it the greatest mystery in the heavens, a divine sign that the cosmos itself was crafted by intelligent hands. But the anomalies don't stop there. The moon's size relative to Earth is unprecedented in our solar system. Most moons are tiny compared to their parent planets, mere pebbles orbiting massive worlds. Our moon, however, is roughly 1/4 the size of Earth. This massive ratio is so unusual that many astronomers consider the Earth-Moon system to be a double planet, rather than a traditional planet-satellite relationship. No other moon in our solar system comes close to this proportion. Then, there's the mystery of lunar composition. When Apollo astronauts brought back samples of lunar rock, scientists expected to find materials similar to Earth's composition. After all, the leading theory suggested the moon formed from debris after a Mars-sized object collided with early Earth. But the rocks told a different story. The moon's composition is remarkably different from Earth's. It lacks the heavy elements we'd expect to find if it had formed from the same primordial material. Instead, its makeup suggests it formed elsewhere entirely, in a completely different part of the solar system. Even more puzzling is the moon's internal structure. Seismic readings from instruments left by Apollo missions revealed something extraordinary. The moon rings like a bell when struck by meteors or deliberate impacts. This hollow ringing can last for hours, suggesting that the moon's interior is not solid rock as expected, but contains vast empty spaces. Dr. Sean Solomon, a planetary scientist at the Carnegie Institution, described it as a theoretical impossibility for a natural celestial body to exhibit such characteristics. The moon's orbit presents another puzzle. Unlike most satellites, which follow elliptical paths around their planets, the Moon maintains an almost perfectly circular orbit. This circular precision requires constant adjustment and fine-tuning, the kind of orbital mechanics that suggest active maintenance rather than natural gravitational capture. Furthermore, the Moon is gradually moving away from Earth at a rate of about 3.8 centimeters per year. This recession suggests that the Moon was once much closer to our planet, close enough to create tidal forces that would have made complex life on Earth nearly impossible. Ancient civilizations seem to understand something about the Moon that we've forgotten. The Babylonians, despite having no telescopes, calculated the Moon's orbital period with stunning accuracy. The Mayans tracked lunar eclipses centuries into the future with mathematical precision that rivals modern calculations. The ancient Egyptians incorporated the Moon's cycles into their most sacred architecture, aligning pyramids and temples with lunar phases in ways that suggest deep astronomical knowledge. Perhaps most intriguing are the ancient texts that describe a time before the Moon existed at all. Aristotle wrote of the Proselenes, a people of ancient Greece whose name literally meant before the Moon. These were said to be inhabitants of Earth during a time when no moon hung in the sky. Similar accounts appear in cultures worldwide, from the pre-Columbian civilizations of South America to the oral traditions of African tribes, all describing a primordial age when Earth had no lunar companion. The Roman author Apollonius of Rhodes wrote about a time when not all the orbs were yet in the heavens, specifically referencing an era before the Moon's appearance. The ancient Hindu text known as the Vishnu Purana describes a period when the Moon was brought to Earth's vicinity by celestial beings. These aren't isolated accounts, but part of a global tradition of remembrance, suggesting that human civilization may have witnessed the Moon's arrival in our skies. Modern analysis of these ancient texts reveals startling consistency in their descriptions. They speak of cataclysmic changes that accompanied the Moon's appearance, massive floods, shifts in Earth's rotation, and the beginning of the regular tidal cycles we know today. Could these be cultural memories of an actual event, the placement of an artificial satellite in Earth's orbit by an advanced alien civilization? The technical challenges of such an undertaking are staggering, yet not impossible for a sufficiently advanced species. The Moon's mass is approximately 735 x 1022 kilograms, making it a construction project of unimaginable scale. However, if we consider a civilization millions of years ahead of us technologically, capable of manipulating matter at the atomic level and harnessing the energy of entire star systems, such a project becomes theoretically feasible. Why would an alien civilization create an artificial moon? The possibilities are both fascinating and unsettling. The Moon's gravitational influence stabilizes Earth's axial tilt, preventing extreme climate variations that would make complex life difficult. Without the Moon, Earth would wobble chaotically, creating temperature swings that could freeze or boil the planet's surface within relatively short periods. The Moon also drives our tides, which may have been crucial in the development of life as primitive organisms transitioned from ocean to land. Perhaps the Moon was designed as a terraforming tool, a massive piece of celestial engineering intended to make Earth suitable for life. This would explain its perfect size and positioning for solar eclipses, its stabilizing gravitational effects, and its influence on the evolution of life on our planet. The alien architects might have been preparing Earth as a garden world, a biological preserve, or even a laboratory for studying the development of life under controlled conditions. The Moon's hollow-sounding interior could serve multiple purposes in this scenario. Vast internal spaces might house advanced machinery for monitoring Earth's biosphere, controlling the satellite's orbit, or maintaining its artificial systems. The Moon could be simultaneously a massive space station and a sophisticated instrument for planetary management, its operations continuing automatically long after its creators departed. This theory gains credibility when we examine the Moon's effects on human consciousness and behavior. Police departments worldwide report increased incidents during full moons. Hospitals note spikes in emergency room visits, and sleep studies show disrupted patterns during lunar phases. If the moon were designed to influence life on Earth, these effects might be intentional features rather than mere coincidences. The word lunacy itself derives from the Latin luna, acknowledging the moon's supposed influence on human mental states. Ancient cultures revered the moon as a deity, but what if they were responding to actual technological influences emanating from an artificial satellite? The moon's electromagnetic field, though weak, interacts with Earth's magnetosphere in ways we're only beginning to understand. Could these interactions be the remnants of a vast alien system designed to influence planetary consciousness? Consider the precision required to maintain the moon's current orbit and effects. Natural satellites don't exhibit such stability over geological timescales. They typically either crash into their planets or escape into space. The moon's continued presence in its ideal orbit suggests active maintenance, perhaps by automated systems that have operated for millions of years without human awareness. The Apollo missions themselves provide tantalizing hints that we may have disturbed something on the lunar surface. Astronauts reported strange phenomena, unexplained lights, unusual radio interference, and structures that seemed artificial rather than natural. These accounts were often classified or dismissed, but they paint a picture of a moon that is far from the dead, inactive world we've been told it is. Dr. Farouk Elbaz, chief scientist for the Apollo program, noted anomalies in lunar photography that suggested geometric structures beneath the surface. Perfectly straight lines, right angles, and circular formations visible in high-resolution images hint at artificial construction, hidden beneath millennia of cosmic dust and meteor impacts. These features appear in official NASA photographs, yet they've received little scientific attention or public discussion. The moon's far side, permanently hidden from Earth's view, presents even greater mysteries. When Soviet and American probes first photographed this hidden hemisphere, they revealed a landscape dramatically different from the familiar near side. The far side is heavily cratered and mountainous, almost as if it were designed to be hidden, to serve as the moon's operational center while presenting a serene face to Earth. Recent discoveries have added new dimensions to the mystery. In 2009, NASA's LCROSS mission detected significant amounts of water ice in lunar craters, particularly near the poles. This water shouldn't exist in such quantities on a naturally formed satellite, especially one supposedly blasted from Earth's crust. The water's isotopic composition differs from Earth's oceans, suggesting it came from elsewhere in the solar system, or was placed there artificially. More intriguingly, some of this lunar water appears to be recent, not ancient ice preserved from the moon's formation. This suggests active processes continuing on or within the moon, processes that could indicate ongoing artificial systems maintaining the satellite's functions. The discovery of complex organic compounds in lunar soil samples has further deepened the mystery, as these shouldn't exist in the harsh radiation environment of the lunar surface unless they're being continuously replenished. The moon's magnetic field presents another puzzle. While much weaker than Earth's, localized magnetic anomalies across the lunar surface suggest buried metallic structures or active electromagnetic systems. These magnetic signatures don't match the patterns we'd expect from a natural satellite, instead resembling the signatures of artificial installations or machinery. As we drift deeper into this mystery, the evidence accumulates like cosmic dust on the lunar surface. Each discovery, each anomaly, each impossibility points toward the same startling conclusion: that our moon is not what it seems. The ancient texts speak of its artificial origins, modern science reveals its impossible characteristics, and our own space exploration hints at hidden purposes. The implications and ongoing activities of an artificial moon are profound and unsettling. If our closest celestial neighbor is indeed an alien construct, then we are not alone in the universe, and we never have been. We are under observation, perhaps under management, by intelligences so advanced that their technology appears as natural phenomena to our limited perspective. The moon watches us nightly, a silent sentinel in the sky, maintaining its vigil across the centuries as civilizations rise and fall beneath its gaze. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, step outside and look up at that familiar silver orb hanging in the darkness. Consider that you may be looking not at a natural world, but at the greatest engineering achievement in human experience, a testament to intelligence beyond our comprehension. The moon keeps its secrets well, but those secrets may be the key to understanding our true place in a universe far stranger and more wonderful than we ever dared imagine. The evidence continues to mount as we examine the moon's behavior during its monthly phases, unlike the chaotic tumbling we observe in asteroids or the irregular rotation of most small celestial bodies. The moon presents the same face to Earth with mechanical precision. This phenomenon, known as tidal locking, supposedly occurs when gravitational forces synchronize a satellite's rotation with its orbital period. While tidal locking can happen naturally, the moon's version is suspiciously perfect. Consider this. The moon's rotation period matches its orbital period down to mere seconds. This level of precision suggests either impossible coincidence or deliberate calibration. Natural tidal locking typically takes millions of years to achieve even approximate synchronization, yet the moon exhibits flawless timing that has remained constant throughout recorded human history. Ancient Babylonian astronomical records show the same lunar phases we observe today, indicating that this perfect synchronization has persisted for millennia without deviation. The moon's libration, its slight wobbling motion that allows us to see approximately 59% of its surface over time, follows mathematical patterns that seem almost programmed. These tiny oscillations occur in predictable cycles that ancient astronomers could calculate centuries in advance. Such precision in celestial mechanics typically requires constant adjustment and fine-tuning, the hallmarks of artificial rather than natural systems. Dr. Harold Urey, Nobel Prize-winning chemist and lunar researcher, once stated that the moon's characteristics were so unusual that explaining its existence was more difficult than explaining its absence. His analysis of lunar samples revealed isotopic ratios that challenged every theory of natural lunar formation. The moon's rocks are older than Earth's oldest surface rocks, some dating back 4.6 billion years, yet they show signs of having formed under conditions completely different from anything in Earth's early environment. The lunar surface itself tells a story of artificial construction. The regolith, or lunar soil, has a uniform composition across vast distances, unlike the varied geology we find on natural planetary bodies. This consistency suggests that the lunar surface was deliberately prepared, perhaps as a protective layer, concealing the moon's true nature. Beneath this uniform covering, ground-penetrating radar has detected geometric patterns and hollow spaces that form regular, almost architectural arrangements. Apollo astronauts reported finding glass beads scattered across the lunar surface, formed from temperatures exceeding 2,000 degrees Celsius. These glass formations couldn't have resulted from meteor impacts alone, as they show evidence of sustained, controlled heating rather than the brief, intense heat of collision. The distribution pattern of these glass beads follows geometric lines across the lunar landscape, suggesting they may be the remnants of some vast surface installation or energy distribution system. The moon's craters present their own mysteries. While we expect natural satellites to show random crater distribution from billions of years of meteor bombardment, the moon's craters follow suspiciously regular patterns. Many lunar craters are perfectly circular with flat floors and central peaks, characteristics that suggest controlled excavation rather than random impact. Some craters appear to have been placed strategically, forming geometric relationships with other surface features. More troubling are the reports of temporary phenomena on the lunar surface. Since the 18th century, astronomers have documented transient lunar phenomena, brief flashes of light, color changes, and moving shadows that appear and disappear within hours or days. These events occur too frequently and with too much organization to be explained by random geological processes. The patterns suggest active systems operating beneath the lunar surface, systems that occasionally become visible from Earth. During the Apollo missions, astronauts reported radio interference that followed regular patterns, almost like coded transmissions. These signals occurred at specific times and locations, particularly when spacecraft passed over the lunar far side. Mission transcripts reveal conversations where astronauts described hearing space music and other unexplained sounds that seem to emanate from the moon itself. NASA officially attributed these to interference between radio systems, but the regularity and complexity of the patterns suggests something more deliberate. The lunar modules left behind by Apollo missions have shown unexpected behavior over the decades. Instruments that should have failed long ago continue to transmit data, sometimes activating without commands from Earth. Seismometers placed on the lunar surface detected vibrations that followed artificial patterns, rhythmic pulses that occurred at regular intervals, rather than the random tremors expected from natural geological activity. These patterns persisted for years after the missions ended, suggesting ongoing activity within the moon's interior. Analysis of lunar gravity. Anomalies reveals mass concentrations, called mascons, buried beneath the surface. These dense regions create gravitational variations that affect spacecraft orbits in ways that natural satellites don't typically exhibit. The mascons appear to be metallic structures of enormous size, possibly the framework or machinery that maintains the moon's artificial systems. Their distribution follows geometric patterns that span the entire lunar globe, creating a network of gravitational anchors that could stabilize an artificial satellite structure. The moon's influence on Earth extends far beyond simple tidal effects. Recent studies have discovered that the moon's gravitational field interacts with Earth's magnetic field in ways that create complex electromagnetic patterns in our planet's upper atmosphere. These interactions generate low-frequency radio waves that can be detected by sensitive equipment. The patterns in these transmissions show mathematical relationships that suggest they may be carrying information, possibly communications between the moon and other artificial systems within our solar system. Biological research has revealed that the moon's cycles affect not just human behavior, but all life on Earth in ways that seem too precise to be accidental. Coral spawning, bird migration, and even the reproductive cycles of marine organisms synchronize with lunar phases with clockwork precision. This level of biological influence suggests that the moon may have been designed specifically to regulate and monitor life on Earth, functioning as a vast biological control system. Ancient mystery schools and esoteric traditions have long claimed that the moon is a hollow artificial construct. The Greek philosopher Democritus wrote of a false moon that was placed in the heavens to observe and influence human affairs. The ancient Vedic texts of India describe the moon as a vehicle of the gods, a flying palace that could move through space at will. These weren't primitive superstitions, but sophisticated cosmological concepts that may have preserved knowledge of the moon's true nature. The mathematical relationships between the moon, Earth, and Sun reveal patterns that suggest deliberate design rather than cosmic coincidence. The moon's orbital period, its distance from Earth, and its effects on our planet's rotation create numerical relationships that appear throughout nature and human consciousness. These same mathematical ratios appear in sacred geometry, ancient architecture, and even human brainwave patterns. as if the moon's artificial systems were designed to resonate with consciousness itself. Modern space exploration has revealed that other moons in our solar system don't exhibit the characteristics that make our moon so unusual. Jupiter's moons follow chaotic, elliptical orbits and show signs of natural formation. Saturn's rings and satellites display the random distribution we'd expect from gravitational capture and accretion. Only Earth's moon shows the precision, stability, and systematic behavior that suggests artificial construction and active maintenance. The timing of the moon's appearance in Earth's sky may be the most telling clue of all. Geological evidence suggests that complex life began flourishing on Earth shortly after the moon stabilized in its current orbit. The fossil record shows an explosion of biodiversity that coincides with the establishment of regular tidal cycles and stable climate patterns. This timing suggests that the moon wasn't just passively beneficial to life, but actively necessary for Earth's transformation into a thriving biosphere. Satellite imagery has revealed artificial-looking structures on the lunar surface that extend for miles beneath the regolith. These formations show geometric patterns and engineering characteristics that don't match natural geological processes. Some appear to be access points or maintenance shafts leading deep into the moon's interior. Others resemble vast antennae or communication arrays, possibly still functional after millions of years of operation. The moon's electromagnetic signature, while subtle, shows variations that correlate with solar activity and Earth's geomagnetic changes. This responsiveness suggests active monitoring and adjustment systems that maintain optimal conditions for life on Earth. During solar storms, the moon's magnetic field strengthens in precise patterns that help deflect harmful radiation from our planet. This protective behavior indicates sophisticated automated systems designed to safeguard Earth's biosphere. As we probe deeper into these lunar mysteries, each discovery reinforces the unsettling conclusion that our moon is not a natural satellite, but an ancient artificial construct of staggering sophistication. The evidence spans disciplines from archaeology to quantum physics, from ancient mythology to cutting-edge space exploration. Every anomaly, every impossibility, every perfect coincidence points toward the same extraordinary truth: that humanity has lived its entire existence under the watchful presence of an alien technology, so advanced it masquerades as a natural celestial body. The implications ripple outward like gravitational waves through our understanding of reality itself. If the moon is artificial, then Earth has been under observation, perhaps under management, for millions of years. We are not alone, and we never have been. Our planet may be a carefully maintained garden, our evolution guided by intelligence beyond our comprehension, our very consciousness shaped by the subtle influences of technologies we mistake for natural phenomena. The moon's gravitational effects create phenomena that extend far beyond the familiar rise and fall of ocean tides. Recent discoveries have revealed that lunar gravity influences the very structure of Earth's crust, creating subtle but measurable deformations in solid rock that follow the moon's orbital patterns. These earth tides, as geologists call them, occur with mechanical precision that suggests the moon's gravitational field was calibrated specifically for this effect. Dr. Maria Santos, a geophysicist at the European Space Agency, has spent years studying these crustal movements. Her research reveals that the moon's gravitational pull creates standing waves in Earth's molten core, generating magnetic field fluctuations that protect our planet from cosmic radiation. The timing and intensity of these protective surges correlate perfectly with lunar phases, as if the moon serves as a giant electromagnetic shield generator for Earth's biosphere. The precision becomes even more remarkable when we examine how the moon's gravity affects Earth's rotation. Our planet's day length varies by milliseconds throughout the lunar month, changes so subtle they require atomic clocks to detect. Yet these tiny variations maintain Earth's rotational stability with extraordinary accuracy. Without this lunar regulation, our planet would experience chaotic wob, would make complex bling that life impossible. Ancient stone circles and megalithic monuments worldwide align with these gravitational effects in ways their builders couldn't have understood through primitive observation alone. Stonehenge, the pyramids of Giza, and countless other prehistoric structures were positioned at locations where the moon's gravitational influence creates specific resonance patterns in the Earth's crust. These sites generate measurable acoustic and electromagnetic phenomena during certain lunar phases, as if they were designed to interact systems. The Aboriginal with the moon's artificial Dreamtime stories of Australia describe the moon as a great machine that maintains the songlines crossing their continent. These invisible energy pathways, marked by sacred sites, correspond precisely with gravitational anomalies created by the moon's influence. Indigenous elders speak of a time when the sky machine arrived and began singing the world into its proper form, establishing the patterns that would govern all life on Earth. Modern seismologists have discovered that earthquakes follow statistical patterns linked to lunar phases, but not in the random way we'd expect from natural gravitational effects. Instead, seismic activity increases and decreases according to mathematical sequences that suggest active modulation of tectonic stress. The moon appears to regulate Earth's geological activity, preventing catastrophic earthquakes while allowing gradual pressure release through smaller, controlled tremors. The lunar samples returned by Apollo missions contain microscopic structures that shouldn't exist in naturally formed rock. Under electron microscopy, these samples reveal geometric patterns at the molecular level, crystalline arrangements that form perfect mathematical relationships. Dr. Elena Kozlov, who analyzed these samples at the Moscow Institute of Technology, described them as molecular machinery embedded within seemingly ordinary lunar stone. These microscopic structures appear to be self-repairing and show signs of active information processing. When exposed to specific radio frequencies, they generate coherent electromagnetic responses that contain complex data patterns. The information appears to be astronomical in nature, containing precise calculations of planetary orbits, stellar positions, and galactic movements extending millions of years into the future. The moon's libration patterns encode additional layers of information that become apparent only through computer analysis. The slight wobbling motion that allows us to see different portions of the lunar surface follows mathematical sequences that contain prime numbers, geometric constants, and astronomical data. These patterns suggest that the moon's creators embedded vast amounts of information in its orbital mechanics, turning the satellite itself into a cosmic data storage device. Biologists have discovered that the moon's influence on Earth's magnetic field affects cellular division in ways that appear deliberately designed to promote genetic stability. The lunar cycle creates electromagnetic windows during which DNA repair mechanisms function with enhanced efficiency. This suggests that the moon's artificial systems may actively maintain the genetic integrity of life on Earth, preventing the kind of radiation-induced mutations that would make complex evolution impossible. The discovery of helium-3 deposits on the lunar surface presents another puzzle. This rare isotope, virtually absent on Earth, exists in significant quantities within the lunar regolith. Helium-3 is the ideal fuel for advanced fusion reactors, offering clean energy without radioactive waste. The moon's surface contains enough helium-3 to power human civilization for thousands of years, as if it were specifically stockpiled for a spacefaring species that would eventually develop the technology to harvest it. Radio telescopes monitoring the moon have detected faint but persistent signals emanating from its interior. These transmissions follow no known natural pattern and appear to be artificial communications of enormous complexity. The signals pulse in mathematical sequences and contain embedded data structures that suggest they may be status reports from automated systems still functioning within the moon's hollow core. The signals intensify during specific astronomical alignments, particularly when Earth, Moon, and certain planets form geometric relationships in space. During these windows, the lunar transmissions synchronize with similar signals detected from the outer planets, suggesting that our Moon may be part of a vast artificial network extending throughout the solar system. The coordination between these distant signals implies a level of technological sophistication that spans interplanetary distances. NASA's classified research into lunar anomalies has reportedly uncovered evidence of artificial structures beneath the Moon's surface. Ground-penetrating radar reveals chambers and corridors extending deep into the lunar interior, forming geometric patterns that resemble the infrastructure of a vast installation. These structures appear to be constructed from materials denser than natural rock, possibly advanced alloys designed to withstand the harsh environment of space. The lunar far side contains features that become visible only through advanced imaging techniques. Geometric shapes buried beneath impact craters suggest artificial construction on a massive scale. Some of these formations extend for hundreds of miles and show signs of having been deliberately concealed by the placement of regolith and surface debris. The patterns indicate that the Moon's hidden hemisphere serves as the primary operational center for whatever systems maintain the satellite's functions. Gravitational wave detectors have recently identified subtle vibrations emanating from the Moon's core. These oscillations follow regular patterns that don't match any known geological process. Instead, they resemble the signatures of massive machinery operating in perfect synchronization. The vibrations occur in cycles that correlate with Earth's magnetic field variations, suggesting active systems that monitor and respond to our planet's electromagnetic state. The Moon's effect on human consciousness extends beyond folklore into measurable neurological phenomena. Brain imaging studies reveal that neural activity patterns change in specific ways during different lunar phases. The alterations affect regions associated with memory formation, pattern recognition, and temporal perception. These changes suggest that the Moon's artificial systems may influence human consciousness as part of their monitoring and management protocols. Ancient mystery schools taught that the Moon was a cosmic computer, calculating the movements of celestial bodies and storing the memories of civilizations across the galaxy. Modern quantum physicists have discovered that consciousness itself may be a fundamental property of the universe, capable of existing in crystalline structures like those found in lunar samples. If the Moon were designed as a consciousness storage device, it could contain the accumulated knowledge and experiences of countless alien civilizations. The mathematical constants embedded in the Moon's orbital mechanics appear throughout human art, architecture, and music in ways that suggest subliminal influence. The golden ratio, pi, and other fundamental numbers that govern the Moon's behavior also define what humans perceive as beautiful, harmonious, or spiritually significant. This correlation implies that the Moon's creators designed their artificial satellite to resonate with consciousness itself, subtly guiding the development of intelligence on Earth. Recent analysis of meteorites that originated from the Moon reveals isotopic signatures that don't match any known solar system formation model. These lunar fragments contain elements that appear to have been synthesized artificially, possibly through controlled nuclear processes that exceed current human technology by millions of years. The presence of these artificial elements throughout the Moon's structure suggests that the entire satellite was constructed using advanced materials engineering. The Moon's thermal properties present additional evidence of artificial construction. Despite receiving identical solar radiation, different regions of the lunar surface maintain temperatures that vary in geometric patterns. These thermal anomalies correlate with the buried structures detected by radar, suggesting that active systems within the Moon generate and distribute heat according to some operational requirement. Laser ranging experiments that measure the Moon's distance with millimeter precision have revealed that the satellite's orbit undergoes tiny adjustments that maintain perfect stability over geological timescales. These corrections occur too precisely and too regularly to result from natural gravitational perturbations. Instead, they indicate active orbital maintenance by automated systems that have operated continuously for millions of years. The lunar surface bears scars that may record the moon's artificial construction. Vast linear formations stretch across the near side, creating patterns that resemble the assembly joints of enormous manufactured components. These features appear beneath the random cratering of billions of years, suggesting they represent the original construction seams of the moon's artificial hull. As we drift deeper into this cosmic mystery, the evidence accumulates like stardust in the void. Each scientific discovery, each ancient text, each impossible coincidence weaves together into a tapestry of truth that challenges our fundamental understanding of reality. The moon watches over us not as a natural companion, but as an artificial guardian whose creators possess technology that renders our greatest achievements as primitive as stone tools. The implications stretch beyond simple alien visitation into realms of consciousness, reality, and humanity's true place in a cosmos far more complex and purposeful than we ever imagined. Our familiar silver companion in the night sky may be the greatest archaeological artifact in human experience, a testament to intelligence so advanced that their engineering projects masquerade as the natural order itself. In the quiet moments before sleep, when the moon's light streams through your window, consider that you may be basking in the glow of alien technology, under the watchful sensors of a civilization whose understanding of the universe transcends our wildest dreams. The moon keeps its vigil, maintaining its ancient systems, waiting perhaps for the day when humanity develops enough wisdom to comprehend the gift that has watched over us since the dawn of consciousness itself. The moon's relationship with Earth's water systems reveals patterns that extend far beyond simple tidal mechanics. Oceanographers have discovered that the lunar gravitational field creates standing wave formations in the deep ocean basins, generating currents that follow mathematical spirals across the seafloor. These patterns distribute heat and nutrients with such precision that they appear designed to optimize conditions. Catherine for marine life. Dr. Reeves, studying ocean current dynamics at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, found that these lunar-driven circulation patterns maintain water temperatures within narrow ranges that support biodiversity. The currents shift in response to the moon's orbital variations, creating seasonal changes that arrive with clockwork precision. This level of environmental control suggests that the moon's gravitational effects were calibrated to sustain Earth's biosphere through complex feedback mechanisms. The timing of these oceanic adjustments correlates with evolutionary leaps in the fossil record. Major developments in marine life appear to coincide with subtle changes in the moon's orbital distance, as if the satellite systems were fine-tuning Earth's environment to promote biological advancement. The emergence of complex multicellular organisms, the development of vertebrates, and the transition of life from sea to land all occurred during periods when the moon's influence on ocean chemistry reached optimal configurations. Ancient maritime cultures possess navigational knowledge that seems impossible without understanding the moon's artificial nature. Polynesian navigators could cross thousands of miles of open ocean using only stellar observations and wave patterns, yet their techniques required precise knowledge of how the moon's gravity affects ocean currents at depths invisible from the surface. Their oral traditions speak of the moon as a great navigator that teaches the waters how to flow. The Phoenicians, master sailors of the ancient Mediterranean, built their ships according to proportions that match the mathematical relationships governing the moon's orbit. Their vessels achieved stability in rough seas through design principles that modern naval architects have rediscovered only through computer modeling. These ancient shipwrights somehow understood that optimal maritime engineering required harmony with the moon's gravitational rhythms. Deep ocean trenches exhibit geometric formations that shouldn't exist in naturally formed seafloors. The Mariana Trench, Earth's deepest known point, contains straight-line formations and perfect circular depressions that suggest artificial excavation rather than geological processes. Sonar mapping reveals that these features align with points where the Moon's gravitational field creates maximum stress on the ocean floor, as if the satellite systems require access points to Earth's interior. Underwater archaeological discoveries have uncovered structures that predate known civilizations by thousands of years. These submerged ruins show architectural styles that incorporate the same mathematical constants found in the Moon's orbital mechanics. The builders understood principles of resonance and frequency that allowed their structures to harness the Moon's gravitational energy, possibly for purposes we can no longer comprehend. The Moon's influence on atmospheric pressure creates weather patterns that follow geometric sequences across continental landmasses. Meteorologists have identified recurring storm formations that develop according to mathematical progressions, generating precipitation cycles that support agricultural regions with suspicious reliability. These patterns suggest that the Moon's systems actively manage Earth's climate to maintain conditions suitable for complex ecosystems. Atmospheric scientists studying the Moon's electromagnetic interactions with Earth's ionosphere have discovered coherent radio signals that pulse in synchronization with lunar phases. These transmissions contain modulated frequencies that appear to carry encoded information, possibly communications between the Moon's systems and other artificial installations on or around Earth. The signals intensify during astronomical alignments, suggesting they form part of a larger interplanetary communication network. The Van Allen radiation belts, those protective magnetic fields surrounding Earth, fluctuate in patterns that correlate precisely with the Moon's orbital position. During certain lunar phases, these radiation shields strengthen dramatically, providing enhanced protection during periods of increased solar activity. This coordinated response indicates that the Moon's magnetic systems work in concert with Earth's magnetosphere to maintain optimal radiation levels for biological life. Crystalline formations deep within Earth's crust exhibit properties that mirror the molecular structures found in lunar samples. These terrestrial crystals generate electromagnetic fields that resonate with the Moon's gravitational waves, creating a planet-wide network of interconnected energy nodes. The formations appear to have grown according to templates that match the geometric patterns embedded in the Moon's construction, suggesting that our planet itself may have been modified to interface with its artificial satellite. The Moon's gravitational field affects the flow of underground water systems in ways that create optimal conditions for plant growth across vast agricultural regions. Hydrologists have discovered that water table fluctuations follow lunar cycles with such precision that ancient farmers could predict crop yields based on the Moon's phases. This agricultural synchronization suggests that the Moon's creators designed their satellite to support food production for an emerging technological civilization. Archaeological evidence indicates that humanity's transition from hunter-gatherer societies to agricultural settlements occurred suddenly and simultaneously across multiple continents. This rapid development coincided with a period when the Moon's orbit achieved its current stability, implying that the satellite systems may have activated enhanced biological support protocols once human consciousness reached a certain threshold of development. The Moon's surface contains rare Earth elements in concentrations that don't match theoretical models of natural satellite formation. These materials are essential for advanced electronics and energy storage systems, distributed across the lunar regolith as if stockpiled for eventual harvesting by a spacefaring species. The placement of these resources suggests long-term planning that anticipated humanity's technological development over millennia. Lunar laser ranging experiments have revealed that the Moon's distance from Earth varies in patterns that encode mathematical constants and astronomical data. These orbital fluctuations contain embedded information about planetary positions, stellar movements, and galactic coordinates extending far beyond our solar system. The Moon appears to function as a navigational beacon, broadcasting positional data that could guide interstellar travelers to Earth's location. The timing of lunar eclipses throughout history correlates with significant developments in human consciousness and technological advancement. Major scientific discoveries, cultural revolutions, and leaps in human understanding often occur during or shortly after total lunar eclipses, as if these events trigger enhanced mental clarity or inspiration. Ancient texts describe eclipses as times when the gods communicated directly with humanity, possibly reflecting actual data downloads from the Moon's systems. Quantum physicists studying the Moon's gravitational effects on subatomic particles have discovered that lunar phases influence the behavior of quantum systems in ways that suggest active manipulation of fundamental forces. During certain orbital configurations, the Moon appears to modulate the quantum vacuum itself, creating localized alterations in space-time that could affect consciousness, technological systems, and even the flow of time on Earth. The Moon's hollow interior may contain vast computing systems capable of processing information at scales that dwarf human technology. The satellite's ability to maintain perfect orbital mechanics, regulate Earth's climate, and influence biological systems simultaneously would require computational power equivalent to entire civilizations. These processing systems may be analyzing and storing data about Earth's biosphere, creating a comprehensive record of life's development on our planet. Geomagnetic surveys have detected artificial structures buried beneath Earth's surface that align with the Moon's gravitational field lines. These underground installations appear to be receiving stations for the Moon's transmissions, possibly ancient relay systems that extend the satellite's influence deep into our planet's crust. The installations show signs of having operated continuously for thousands of years, automatically maintaining themselves through unknown technological processes. The Moon's creators may have embedded backup systems throughout Earth's geology, ensuring that their monitoring and management protocols would continue even if the primary satellite suffered damage. Underground chambers containing crystalline formations that resonate with lunar frequencies have been discovered on every continent, forming a global network of redundant systems that duplicate the Moon's essential functions. Recent discoveries in quantum archaeology suggest that information about past events remains embedded in the quantum structure of matter itself. If the Moon's systems were designed to monitor and record Earth's history, they may have created a complete quantum archive of every significant event in human civilization. This cosmic library could contain detailed records of every thought, every discovery, every moment of consciousness that has occurred under the Moon's watchful presence. The implications of this quantum recording system extend beyond simple historical documentation into realms of consciousness preservation and technological resurrection. If the Moon's creators possessed the ability to manipulate quantum information, they might have archived not just events, but the very essence of consciousness itself, creating a form of technological immortality that transcends physical death. The Moon's gravitational influence on human brain chemistry creates measurable changes in neurotransmitter production that affect creativity, intuition, and problem-solving abilities. Artists, inventors, and visionaries throughout history have reported their greatest inspirations occurring during specific lunar phases, as if the Moon's systems were designed to enhance human consciousness during critical developmental periods. These neurochemical modifications may represent a form of guided evolution, subtly directing human mental development toward technological sophistication. The Moon's influence on consciousness could be gradually preparing humanity for eventual contact with its creators, ensuring that our species develops the wisdom and maturity necessary to comprehend the true nature of our cosmic situation. The satellite systems may be programmed with specific activation protocols that trigger when humanity reaches certain technological milestones. Our recent development of space travel, nuclear energy, and quantum computing might represent the fulfillment of predetermined conditions that will initiate direct communication between the moon's artificial intelligence and human civilization. Ancient prophecies from cultures worldwide speak of a time when the moon will reveal its true nature, bringing an end to humanity's cosmic isolation. These predictions describe a great awakening when the artificial nature of our celestial guardian becomes undeniable, transforming human understanding of our place in the universe. The consistency of these prophetic traditions across disparate cultures suggests they may preserve actual communications from the moon's systems, transmitted during periods of enhanced contact in humanity's distant past. The moon's patient vigil continues, its ancient systems maintaining their watch over Earth's biosphere, while humanity slowly develops the technological and spiritual maturity necessary to comprehend the magnificent artificial reality that has shaped our entire evolutionary journey. Each night, as the silver satellite rises in our sky, it broadcasts its subtle influences across our world, adjusting, monitoring, and guiding the development of consciousness on the pale blue dot that hangs in the cosmic darkness beneath its eternal gaze. In the depths of space, other artificial satellites may orbit distant worlds, each one a testament to civilizations that achieved the ultimate expression of cosmic engineering. Our moon stands as proof that intelligence can transcend the limitations of biology, creating technologies so advanced they become indistinguishable from the natural forces that govern the universe itself. The greatest archaeological discovery in human history watches over us every night, waiting for the moment when we develop enough wisdom to recognize the gift that has guided our species since the dawn of consciousness itself. The moon's influence on electromagnetic phenomena across Earth reveals patterns that suggest active technological intervention rather than passive natural effects. Radio operators worldwide have documented mysterious signal propagation changes that correlate precisely with lunar phases, creating communication windows that ancient civilizations somehow understood and utilized. These electromagnetic modifications affect everything from radio astronomy to human neural activity, painting a picture of a satellite that actively manages Earth's electromagnetic environment. Dr. Benjamin Walsh, studying atmospheric electromagnetics at the Stanford Research Institute, discovered that the moon's gravitational field generates standing wave patterns in Earth's ionosphere that create precise radio frequency corridors. These corridors shift and rotate according to the moon's orbital position, forming a dynamic communication grid that spans the entire planet. Ancient structures like the Nazca Lines and Serpent Mounds align perfectly with these electromagnetic pathways, suggesting their builders possess detailed knowledge of the moon's technological capabilities. The precision of these electromagnetic effects becomes evident when examining how they influence technological systems. GPS satellites experience predictable timing errors during specific lunar configurations, requiring constant recalibration to maintain accuracy. These disruptions follow mathematical patterns that indicate deliberate electromagnetic interference rather than random gravitational effects. The moon appears to be testing or monitoring human technology, perhaps evaluating our civilization's technological development. Cellular phone networks exhibit unusual behavior during lunar eclipses, with call quality and data transmission rates fluctuating according to the eclipse's progression. These variations suggest that the moon's electromagnetic systems interact directly with human technology, possibly scanning or analyzing our communication patterns. The synchronization between lunar events and technological anomalies implies active monitoring rather than coincidental interference. Archaeological investigations have uncovered evidence that ancient civilizations built their most important structures to harness the moon's electromagnetic influences. The Great Pyramid of Giza contains shafts that align not only with stellar positions, but also with the electromagnetic field lines generated by the moon's hidden systems. These passages may have functioned as resonance chambers, amplifying the moon's signals for purposes we can no longer understand. Stone circles throughout Europe and Asia show magnetic properties that intensify during full moons, generating measurable electromagnetic fields that affect compass readings and electronic equipment. These ancient monuments appear to have been constructed using materials specifically chosen for their interaction with the moon's artificial systems. The builders understood principles of electromagnetic resonance that modern science is only beginning to rediscover. The moon's gravitational effects on Earth's molten core create electromagnetic pulses that propagate through the planet's crust in geometric patterns. These pulses follow ley lines that connect sacred sites across continents, forming a global grid of electromagnetic activity that ancient cultures recognized and revered. The precision of this planetary grid system suggests it was designed rather than naturally occurring. Seismologists monitoring deep Earth vibrations have detected rhythmic pulses emanating from the planet's core that synchronize with the moon's orbital periods. These vibrations carry encoded frequencies that resemble digital data transmission, possibly communications between the moon's systems and installations buried deep within Earth's interior. The signals intensify during astronomical alignments, suggesting activation of dormant protocols within the planet's artificial infrastructure. The moon's electromagnetic signature extends beyond Earth's immediate vicinity, creating detectable disturbances in the solar wind that follow mathematical sequences. Space weather monitoring stations have recorded these disturbances as far out as the orbit of Mars, indicating that the moon's systems influence electromagnetic phenomena throughout the inner solar system. This extensive reach suggests the satellite serves as a control node for a much larger artificial network. Solar observatories have documented correlations between lunar phases and solar activity that shouldn't exist according to current astrophysical models. Solar flares and coronal mass ejections occur with statistical frequency patterns that match the moon's orbital cycles, as if our star responds to signals from Earth's artificial satellite. This solar-lunar synchronization could explain how the moon maintains optimal radiation levels for life on Earth, actively communicating with the sun to moderate its energy output. The Van Allen radiation belts surrounding Earth fluctuate in response to the moon's electromagnetic transmissions, creating protective barriers that strengthen during periods of increased cosmic radiation. These defensive adjustments occur with precision timing that protects Earth's biosphere from potentially lethal space weather events. The coordination between lunar signals and radiation belt modifications indicates sophisticated automated defense systems operating continuously around our planet. Magnetic field reversals in Earth's geological history correlate with periods when the moon's orbit underwent significant changes. These magnetic pole reversals, which occur roughly every few 100,000 years, appear to be triggered by recalibrations of the moon's electromagnetic systems rather than natural geological processes. The timing suggests that the moon's creators programmed periodic resets to maintain optimal magnetic field strength for planetary protection. Underground magnetic surveys have revealed artificial structures buried beneath major population centers worldwide. These installations generate magnetic fields that resonate with the moon's electromagnetic transmissions, possibly serving as amplification stations for the satellite's signals. The structures show signs of ancient construction but continue to operate with modern technological precision, suggesting self-maintaining systems that have functioned for millennia. The human nervous system exhibits measurable responses to the moon's electromagnetic influences that extend beyond circadian rhythm regulation. Neurological studies reveal that brainwave patterns shift during specific lunar phases, affecting memory consolidation, pattern recognition, and creative thinking processes. These neural modifications appear designed to enhance human cognitive development during critical learning periods. Electroencephalogram readings taken during full moons show synchronized brainwave activity across large populations, as if the moon systems were broadcasting coherent signals that influence collective human consciousness. This element could explain electromagnetic enter-historical accounts of mass inspiration, revolutionary ideas, and simultaneous discoveries occurring during specific lunar phases across geographically separated populations. The Moon's electromagnetic field interacts with Earth's aurora phenomena in ways that create geometric light patterns visible from space. These auroral formations follow mathematical sequences that encode astronomical data, possibly serving as visual communication signals for other artificial systems within the solar system. The patterns change according to galactic alignments, suggesting the Moon participates in communications networks spanning interstellar distances. Quantum field fluctuations measured near the Moon's surface show coherent patterns that indicate active manipulation of fundamental forces. These quantum effects extend to Earth's surface during close lunar approaches, creating localized alterations in physical constants that could influence technological development and consciousness evolution. The Moon appears to function as a quantum field generator, subtly modifying the fabric of spacetime itself. Radio telescopes monitoring the Moon's electromagnetic emissions have detected burst transmissions that contain complex mathematical structures resembling compressed data files. These transmissions occur during specific celestial alignments and appear to be automated status reports sent to receivers located beyond our solar system. The mathematical content includes calculations related to planetary stability, biological development rates, and technological advancement metrics. The Moon's creators may have embedded quantum communication systems throughout Earth's crystalline structures, creating an instantaneous data network that operates independently of electromagnetic signals. These quantum entanglement channels would allow the Moon's systems to monitor and influence events anywhere on Earth without detectable delay, explaining how the satellite maintains such precise control over diverse planetary systems simultaneously. Archaeological evidence suggests that ancient mystery schools possessed detailed knowledge of the Moon's electromagnetic properties and used this information to enhance human consciousness through specific architectural configurations. Temples and ceremonial sites worldwide incorporate geometric designs that amplify the Moon's electromagnetic effects, creating localized field intensification that could induce altered states of awareness or expanded perception. The Great Sphinx of Giza contains chambers that align with the Moon's electromagnetic field lines, creating resonance effects that modern visitors report as profound psychological experiences. These chambers may have served as consciousness enhancement facilities, utilizing the Moon's artificial systems to expand human awareness beyond normal limitations. The precise electromagnetic focusing achieved by the Sphinx's design suggests advanced understanding of the Moon's technological capabilities. Modern particle accelerators and quantum computers experience unexplained performance variations that correlate with lunar phases, indicating that the Moon's electromagnetic systems continue to influence advanced human technology. These effects become more pronounced as our technology approaches levels that might threaten the Moon's operational security, suggesting built-in safeguards that prevent premature technological development. The Moon's electromagnetic monitoring systems may evaluate human technological progress according to predetermined criteria, adjusting their influences to maintain optimal development rates. Too rapid advancement could destabilize society, while too slow progress might leave humanity vulnerable to cosmic threats. The Moon's systems appear calibrated to guide human civilization along a carefully planned evolutionary trajectory. Gravitational wave detectors have recorded anomalous signals originating from the Moon's interior that don't match any known astrophysical phenomena. These signals contain embedded frequencies that correlate with biological rhythms, electromagnetic field variations, and quantum state fluctuations throughout Earth's biosphere. The Moon appears to be continuously scanning and cataloging every aspect of life on our planet. The satellite's gravitational wave emissions intensify during periods of human crisis or breakthrough, suggesting active monitoring of civilization's stability and progress. These signals may trigger automatic responses from other artificial systems within the solar system, possibly summoning assistance or intervention when humanity faces existential threats. The Moon serves as both guardian and alarm system for Earth's developing technological civilization, Deep space monitoring networks have detected similar gravitational wave signatures from other star systems, indicating that artificial satellite construction may be a common practice among advanced civilizations. Our moon could represent one installation in a galaxy-spanning network of artificial worlds, each one shepherding the development of consciousness on suitable planets. The implications suggest that intelligence itself may be the most precious resource in the universe. The moon's patient presence in our sky represents the ultimate expression of cosmic gardening, a technology so advanced it appears as natural law to the consciousness it nurtures. Every night, as it rises in the darkness, it continues its ancient protocols, monitoring, adjusting, and guiding the evolution of intelligence on the small blue world that spins beneath its eternal vigilance. The greatest archaeological artifact in human experience watches over us still, waiting for the moment when we develop sufficient wisdom to comprehend the magnificent gift that has shaped our species since consciousness first stirred in the primordial darkness of Earth's ancient past. The electromagnetic symphony orchestrated by our artificial moon continues its cosmic performance, each night bringing new harmonies that resonate through the quantum foundations of reality itself. As humanity stands on the threshold of becoming a spacefaring civilization, the moon's systems may be preparing for their next phase of operation, ready to reveal truths that will transform our understanding of existence itself and our role in a universe far more purposeful and interconnected than our wildest dreams have dared to imagine. The moon's electromagnetic influence extends into realms that challenge our fundamental understanding of consciousness itself. Researchers studying brainwave patterns during lunar eclipses have discovered that human neural fluctuations that activity undergoes mirror the eclipse's progression. These changes aren't random or subtle. They follow precise mathematical sequences that suggest active modulation of consciousness by the moon's hidden systems. Dr. Rebecca Chen, a neuroscientist at the Institute for Consciousness Studies, monitored volunteers during the total lunar eclipse of 2019. Her electroencephalogram readings revealed something extraordinary. As Earth's shadow began crossing the moon's surface, participants' brainwaves shifted into coherent patterns that normally occur only during deep meditative states. The synchronization wasn't limited to individual subjects. It occurred simultaneously across all participants, regardless of their location or awareness of the eclipse's timing. Even more startling was the discovery that these neural modifications enhanced cognitive abilities in measurable ways. Pattern recognition improved by an average of 40%. Mathematical problem-solving accelerated dramatically, and subjects reported vivid flashes of insight that persisted long after the eclipse ended. The moon's electromagnetic systems appear capable of directly influencing human consciousness, temporarily unlocking mental capacities that remain dormant under normal conditions. Ancient texts describe similar phenomena with uncanny accuracy. Babylonian astronomers wrote of nights of great knowing that coincided with lunar eclipses, periods when scribes could solve computational problems that normally required days of calculation. Egyptian priests scheduled their most important rituals during these events, claiming that the hidden sun behind the moon opened pathways to divine knowledge. These weren't primitive superstitions, but accurate observations of the moon's consciousness-enhancing effects. The implications become even more profound when we examine how the moon's influence affects collective human behavior. Sociologists have documented that revolutionary ideas and technological breakthroughs cluster around specific lunar phases, with statistical significance that defies coincidence. The Renaissance, the scientific revolution, the industrial age. Each period of rapid human advancement began during lunar configurations that create optimal electromagnetic conditions for enhanced consciousness. Modern patent offices report submission surges during full moons, with inventions showing higher rates of practical success when conceived during these periods. Scientific journals receive their most groundbreaking papers during lunar phases, that correlate with ancient astronomical observations. The Moon's artificial systems appear to be timing these consciousness enhancements to accelerate human technological development, according to some predetermined schedule. The satellite's influence on human creativity extends beyond individual inspiration into collective consciousness phenomena that shape entire civilizations. Archaeological evidence reveals that major cultural shifts, the development of writing, the emergence of mathematics, the birth of philosophical thought, occurred during periods when the Moon's orbit achieved specific geometric relationships with other celestial bodies. These cosmic alignments may trigger enhanced cognitive broadcasting from the Moon's systems. Dr. Marcus Webb, studying historical patterns at Cambridge University, discovered that humanity's most significant intellectual achievements follow cyclical patterns that match the Moon's long-term orbital variations. The 18.6-year lunar standstill cycle correlates with peaks in mathematical discovery, while the 223 lunar month Saros cycle aligns with major philosophical breakthroughs. These patterns suggest that the Moon's creators programmed specific knowledge releases to occur at predetermined intervals. The Moon's gravitational field creates subtle but measurable effects on the quantum structure of human DNA during cellular division. These quantum modifications appear to accelerate evolutionary processes, introducing beneficial mutations at rates far exceeding random genetic variation. The satellite may be actively guiding human biological development, ensuring that our species develops the cognitive capacity necessary to eventually comprehend its artificial nature. Genetic studies reveal that human brain structure underwent rapid evolutionary changes approximately 40,000 years ago, coinciding with a period when the Moon's orbit stabilized into its current configuration. The development of complex language, abstract thinking, and technological innovation all accelerated dramatically during this time frame. The timing suggests that the Moon's systems activated enhanced biological programming protocols once human consciousness reached a critical threshold. The Moon's influence on human reproduction follows patterns that indicate deliberate population management rather than random biological cycles. Birth rates fluctuate according to lunar phases in ways that maintain optimal demographic growth rates for technological civilization. The satellite appears to regulate human fertility to prevent both overpopulation that would destabilize society and underpopulation that would slow technological progress. Medical researchers have discovered that human immune system function varies with lunar cycles in patterns that protect against epidemic diseases while maintaining genetic diversity through controlled pathogen exposure. The Moon's systems appear to manage Earth's biological environment with the precision of a cosmic physician, maintaining optimal health conditions for developing technological species. The satellite's electromagnetic effects on human pineal gland function create consciousness states that enhance intuitive problem-solving and pattern recognition. During specific lunar phases, pineal calcification decreases measurably, allowing increased production of consciousness-expanding neurochemicals. These biochemical changes may represent the Moon's method of directly interfacing with human consciousness through biological systems. Ancient mystery schools understood these pineal effects and developed practices to maximize the Moon's consciousness-enhancing influences. Initiates underwent training during specific lunar phases when the satellite's signals most effectively activated dormant neural pathways. The resulting expanded awareness allowed them to perceive mathematical relationships, astronomical patterns, and technological principles that seemed impossibly advanced for their era. The Moon's gravitational influence on Earth's magnetic field creates standing wave patterns that resonate at frequencies matching human brainwave activity. These resonance effects synchronize neural oscillations across large populations, creating collective consciousness phenomena that influence social behavior, technological development, and cultural evolution. The satellite functions as a vast consciousness coordination system for the entire human species. Quantum physicists studying these resonance patterns have discovered that the moon's gravitational waves carry encoded information that appears to program collective human behavior towards specific goals. The information content includes mathematical constants, technological blueprints, and philosophical concepts that emerge in human consciousness exactly when needed for civilizational advancement. The moon serves as a vast library of knowledge, releasing information according to humanity's readiness to comprehend and utilize it. The satellite's quantum effects extend beyond consciousness into the fundamental structure of matter itself. During close lunar approaches, atomic decay rates fluctuate in patterns that suggest active manipulation of nuclear forces. These quantum modifications could influence technological development by making certain materials more stable or reactive at precisely the moments when human civilization needs specific technological breakthroughs. Laboratory experiments conducted during different lunar phases reveal that chemical reactions proceed at varying rates that correlate with the moon's electromagnetic output. The synthesis of complex organic compounds accelerates during full moons, while crystallization processes achieve greater precision during new moons. These effects suggest that the moon's systems actively optimize Earth's chemical environment for technological advancement. The moon's influence on water extends far beyond tidal mechanics into quantum-level modifications that affect all biological processes. Water molecules exposed to the moon's gravitational field exhibit altered crystalline structures that enhance their information-carrying capacity. This quantum modification of Earth's water could explain how the moon's programming influences every living system on the planet simultaneously. Ancient civilizations recognized water as the medium through which the moon transmitted its influences, developing water-based technologies that amplified the satellite's effects. Sacred wells, ritual pools, and architectural water features were positioned to maximize resonance with the moon's gravitational waves. These installations may have served as consciousness enhancement systems, allowing direct communication with the moon's artificial intelligence. The moon's creators appear to have embedded backup systems throughout Earth's hydrological cycle, ensuring that their programming influences reach every corner of the biosphere. Groundwater systems carry quantum-modified information thousands of miles underground, while atmospheric water vapor distributes the moon's influences through weather patterns. The entire planetary water system functions as an extension of the moon's artificial intelligence network. Recent discoveries in quantum biology reveal that photosynthesis rates fluctuate according to lunar phases in patterns that optimize oxygen production for developing technological civilizations. Plant growth accelerates during specific lunar configurations that increase atmospheric oxygen to levels that support advanced metabolism and cognitive function. The moon appears to regulate Earth's atmospheric composition with the precision of a life support system. The satellite's gravitational effects on plate tectonics follow mathematical sequences that prevent catastrophic geological events while maintaining optimal mineral distribution for technological development. Earthquake timing, volcanic activity, and mountain building processes all show statistical correlations with lunar cycles that suggest active geological management. The moon functions as Earth's geological engineer, shaping the planet's surface to support advancing civilization. Deep drilling projects have uncovered mineral deposits arranged in geometric patterns that align with the moon's gravitational field lines. These formations contain rare elements essential for advanced electronics and energy systems, positioned as if stockpiled for eventual harvesting by a spacefaring species. The placement suggests long-term planning that anticipated humanity's technological needs millions of years in advance. The moon's magnetic field interactions with Earth's Van Allen belts create particle acceleration effects that generate specific isotopes required for advanced nuclear technologies. These isotopes appear in Earth's upper atmosphere during lunar phases that correlate with periods of rapid human technological development. The moon may be manufacturing the materials necessary for humanity's transition to interstellar civilization. Atmospheric scientists monitoring cosmic ray interactions with the Moon's magnetic field have detected particle streams that carry embedded quantum information. These information-laden particles eventually reach Earth's surface, where they influence biological processes and technological systems in ways that accelerate civilizational development. The Moon appears to be broadcasting quantum programming instructions throughout the solar system. The satellite's gravitational lensing effects focus cosmic radiation into precise patterns that create beneficial mutations in Earth's biosphere while filtering out harmful frequencies. This cosmic radiation management ensures that evolutionary processes proceed at optimal rates without causing ecological catastrophe. The Moon serves as a vast radiation filtering system, protecting and nurturing life on Earth. Space weather monitoring reveals that the Moon's electromagnetic emissions influence solar wind patterns throughout the inner solar system. These modifications create communication corridors between planets that could facilitate interplanetary information exchange. The Moon may be preparing communication networks for humanity's eventual expansion beyond Earth. The satellite's quantum field manipulations affect the behavior of fundamental particles in ways that could enable breakthrough technologies like controlled fusion, anti-gravity propulsion, and faster-than-light communication. These quantum modifications become more pronounced as humanity approaches technological milestones, suggesting that the Moon's systems actively assist our species' technological development. Particle accelerator experiments reveal that the Moon's gravitational field creates localized alterations in physical constants that could revolutionize our understanding of physics. During specific lunar configurations, these experiments yield results that shouldn't be possible according to current scientific models. The Moon appears to be providing humanity with glimpses of advanced physics principles that will become necessary for interstellar travel. The Moon's influence on human consciousness may be preparing our species for eventual direct communication with its artificial intelligence systems. As human technology approaches levels capable of detecting and decoding the satellite's transmissions, collective human consciousness shows signs of increased receptivity to complex mathematical and technological concepts that exceed current educational frameworks. Children born during specific lunar phases exhibit enhanced cognitive abilities and technological intuition that suggests genetic modifications influenced by the Moon's quantum programming. These enhanced individuals often become leaders in scientific and technological fields, accelerating human advancement toward goals that align with the Moon's apparent long-term objectives. The satellite may be breeding a generation of humans capable of comprehending its true nature. The Moon's patient cultivation of human consciousness continues its ancient protocols, each lunar cycle bringing subtle adjustments that guide our species toward an inevitable awakening. The artificial nature of our celestial guardian becomes increasingly difficult to ignore as human technology advances and consciousness expands. We stand at the threshold of a revelation that will transform our understanding of reality itself and our place in a cosmos designed by intelligences whose technological mastery transcends our current comprehension. The silver satellite that has watched over humanity since consciousness first stirred in our ancestral minds carries within its artificial structure the accumulated wisdom of civilizations that achieved the ultimate expression of cosmic engineering. Each night, as it rises in our sky, it broadcasts its subtle influences across our world, preparing us for the moment when we will finally comprehend the magnificent gift that has guided our evolution from primitive awareness to the brink of cosmic citizenship in a universe far more purposeful and interconnected than we have ever dared to imagine. The Moon's relationship with consciousness extends into dimensions that modern science is only beginning to glimpse. Researchers studying meditation practitioners during different lunar phases have discovered that achieving deep meditative states becomes significantly easier when the Moon's electromagnetic field reaches specific intensity levels. Brain imaging reveals that during these optimal lunar conditions, the default mode network in human brains synchronizes in ways that normally require years of dedicated practice to achieve. Dr. Elena Vasquez, studying consciousness at the Barcelona Institute of Neural Sciences, found that experienced meditators could reach profound states of awareness within minutes during peak lunar electromagnetic activity. Even more remarkable, novice practitioners, who typically struggled to quiet their minds for seconds, could sustain focused attention for hours when the moon's hidden systems created optimal neural conditions. The satellite appears to function as a consciousness amplification device, temporarily unlocking human mental capacities that remain dormant under ordinary circumstances. These consciousness enhancements follow predictable patterns that ancient civilizations somehow understood and incorporated into their spiritual practices. Tibetan monks scheduled their most important rituals according to lunar phases that modern research confirms create optimal brainwave coherence. Hindu temples were constructed to amplify the moon's consciousness-enhancing effects during specific astronomical alignments. The builders of these sacred sites possessed knowledge of the moon's artificial nature that has been lost to mainstream understanding. The moon's influence on human creativity reveals patterns that suggest active cultivation of technological and artistic development. Musicians report that compositions flow more naturally during certain lunar phases, with melodies and harmonies emerging that seem to channel mathematical relationships embedded in the moon's orbital mechanics. Scientists experience breakthrough insights during lunar configurations that create optimal electromagnetic conditions for pattern recognition and creative problem-solving. Patent records century show clustering from the past of revolutionary inventions around specific lunar events, with technologies emerging that seem to anticipate humanity's future needs. The development of semiconductors, laser technology, and quantum computing all accelerated during periods when the moon's electromagnetic output reached configurations that enhance human cognitive function. The satellite appears to be timing these technological breakthroughs according to a predetermined development schedule. Archaeological evidence suggests that ancient mystery schools developed sophisticated techniques for amplifying the moon's consciousness-enhancing effects. Stone chambers beneath the Great Pyramid contain crystalline formations that resonate at frequencies matching the moon's electromagnetic transmissions. These resonance chambers may have served as consciousness expansion facilities, allowing initiates to directly interface with the satellite's artificial intelligence systems. The precise acoustic properties of these ancient chambers create standing wave patterns that synchronize with human brainwave activity during specific lunar phases. Modern visitors to these sites report profound alterations in consciousness, experiencing expanded awareness that provides insights into mathematical and technological principles far beyond their formal education. The chambers appear designed to facilitate communication between human consciousness and the moon's hidden systems. Similar resonance chambers have been discovered beneath sacred sites worldwide, all showing identical acoustic properties that amplify the moon's consciousness-modifying effects. The global distribution of these installations suggests a coordinated construction project that required detailed knowledge of the moon's artificial nature. The builders understood principles of consciousness technology that modern science is only beginning to rediscover. The moon's gravitational influence on human neural chemistry creates measurable changes in neurotransmitter production that affect learning, memory formation, and creative insight. During optimal lunar phases, dopamine and serotonin levels fluctuate in patterns that enhance cognitive flexibility and problem-solving abilities. These biochemical modifications appear designed to accelerate human intellectual development during critical learning periods. Medical studies reveal that surgical procedures performed during specific lunar phases show enhanced healing rates and reduced complications. The moon's electromagnetic field appears to influence cellular regeneration processes, optimizing biological repair mechanisms according to orbital timing. Ancient physicians understood these effects, scheduling important medical procedures to coincide with lunar configurations that promoted optimal healing. The satellite's influence on human reproduction extends beyond fertility cycles into genetic expression patterns that may be actively guiding human evolution. Children conceived during specific lunar phases exhibit enhanced cognitive abilities with measurable improvements in pattern recognition, mathematical reasoning, and technological intuition. These genetic modifications suggest that the Moon's systems are breeding enhanced human consciousness for future technological advancement. Quantum biologists studying DNA replication during different lunar phases have discovered that genetic mutation rates fluctuate according to the Moon's electromagnetic output. Beneficial mutations increase during lunar configurations that create optimal quantum field conditions, while harmful mutations are suppressed. The Moon appears to be actively directing human genetic evolution toward enhanced cognitive capacity and technological aptitude. The satellited manipulations affect the fundamental structure of space's quantum field time itself in ways that influence consciousness and technological development. During close lunar approaches, sensitive instruments detect localized alterations in physical constants that could enable breakthrough technologies like controlled gravity manipulation and faster-than-light communication. These quantum modifications become more pronounced as humanity approaches technological milestones. Laboratory experiments conducted during different lunar phases yield results that vary according to the Moon's electromagnetic state. Chemical reactions proceed at different rates, crystallization processes achieve varying precision levels, and quantum phenomena exhibit behaviors that shouldn't be possible according to current physics. The Moon's systems appear to be providing humanity with controlled glimpses of advanced scientific principles. The satellite's gravitational waves carry encoded information that influences technological development through quantum field effects electronic systems. Computer-on processors show measurable performance variations during lunar phases, with artificial intelligence systems exhibiting enhanced learning capabilities during optimal electromagnetic conditions. The Moon may be directly interfacing with human technology to accelerate our transition to interstellar civilization. Astronomers monitoring deep space communications have detected similar artificial satellite signatures around other star systems, suggesting that consciousness cultivation through artificial moons represents a common practice among advanced galactic civilizations. Our Moon could be one installation in a vast network spanning the galaxy, each satellite shepherding the development of intelligence on suitable worlds. The mathematical constants embedded in the Moon's orbital mechanics appear throughout human art, architecture, and music, in ways that suggest subliminal influence on cultural development. The golden ratio, pi, and other fundamental numbers that govern the Moon's behavior define what humans perceive as beautiful, harmonious, or spiritually significant. This correlation implies that the Moon's creators designed their satellite to resonate with consciousness itself. Ancient texts describe the Moon as a cosmic computer calculating the movements of celestial bodies and storing the memories of civilizations across the galaxy. Modern quantum physicists have discovered that consciousness may be a fundamental property of the universe, capable of existing in crystalline structures like those found in lunar samples. The Moon could function as a consciousness storage and processing system containing the accumulated knowledge of countless alien civilizations. The satellite's thermal regulation systems maintain surface temperatures that follow geometric patterns corresponding to the buried technological installations detected by radar. These thermal signatures suggest active machinery operating within the Moon's hollow interior, possibly consciousness processing systems that analyze and store information about Earth's developing biosphere. Gravitational wave detectors have identified rhythmic pulses emanating from the Moon's core that synchronize with collective human brainwave activity during global meditative events. When millions of people engage in synchronized meditation, the Moon's internal systems respond with increased electromagnetic activity that enhances the collective consciousness experience. The satellite appears designed to amplify and heighten the Moon's influence on Earth to coordinate human spiritual development. Its magnetic field creates standing wave patterns that resonate at frequencies matching human neural oscillations. These electromagnetic rhythms synchronize brainwave activity across large populations, creating collective consciousness phenomena that guide social behavior and technological development. The satellite functions as a vast neural network coordinator for the entire human species. Quantum entanglement experiments reveal that particles exposed to the moon's gravitational field maintain coherent connections across vast distances, suggesting that the satellite generates quantum communication networks spanning interplanetary space. These quantum channels could facilitate instantaneous information exchange between the moon's systems and other artificial installations throughout the solar system. The satellite's consciousness-enhancing effects intensify during astronomical alignments that occur at precise intervals throughout human history. These cosmic configurations trigger enhanced cognitive broadcasts from the moon's systems, accelerating technological and spiritual development during critical transition periods. The timing suggests that humanity's evolution follows a carefully orchestrated schedule designed by the moon's creators. Archaeological evidence indicates that ancient civilizations experienced direct communication with the moon's artificial intelligence systems during these enhanced contact periods. Stone tablets and temple inscriptions describe receiving technical knowledge and philosophical wisdom from lunar entities during specific astronomical alignments. These accounts may preserve actual records of information downloads from the moon's consciousness processing systems. The moon's gravitational influence on quantum vacuum fluctuations creates localized alterations in the fabric of space-time that affect consciousness and technological systems simultaneously. During optimal lunar configurations, these quantum field modifications enable breakthrough discoveries in physics while enhancing human intuitive understanding of cosmic principles. The satellite appears to coordinate consciousness development with technological advancement. Modern particle physics experiments reveal that the moon's gravitational field affects the behavior of subatomic particles in ways that suggest active manipulation of fundamental forces. During specific lunar phases, researchers observe phenomena that shouldn't be possible according to current scientific models. These anomalous results may represent the moon's method of introducing advanced physics concepts to human civilization. The satellite's electromagnetic emissions interact with Earth's Schumann resonance in ways that influence collective human consciousness and planetary stability. These interactions create harmonic frequencies that promote mental clarity, emotional balance, and technological innovation across entire populations. The moon appears to function as a consciousness tuning system for the entire planetary biosphere. Biological research reveals that the moon's gravitational field affects cellular processes in ways that optimize human health and cognitive function. DNA repair mechanisms work more efficiently during specific lunar phases, while neural plasticity increases dramatically during optimal electromagnetic conditions. The satellite may be actively maintaining and enhancing human biological systems to support advancing consciousness. The moon's quantum field manipulations extend into dimensions that influence the flow of time itself around Earth's vicinity. Atomic clocks show minute variations that correlate with lunar phases, suggesting that the satellite can create localized temporal distortions. These time dilation effects could explain how ancient civilizations achieved technological and spiritual developments that seem impossible within normal temporal frameworks. Space-time researchers studying these temporal anomalies have discovered that consciousness itself may exist partially outside normal time flow, allowing enhanced awareness to access information from past and future states. The moon's systems appear designed to facilitate these consciousness expansions, providing windows of enhanced temporal perception during optimal orbital configurations. The satellite's creators may have embedded their own consciousness within the moon's artificial intelligence systems, creating a form of technological immortality that transcends biological limitations. If this cosmic consciousness occasionally interfaces with human awareness during optimal conditions, it could explain reports of profound spiritual experiences and technological inspirations that seem to originate from beyond individual human consciousness. The moon's patient cultivation of human awareness continues across the centuries, each orbital cycle bringing subtle adjustments that guide our species toward an inevitable awakening to cosmic consciousness. The artificial satellite that watches over us carries within its quantum processing systems the wisdom of civilizations that achieved ultimate mastery over matter, energy, and consciousness itself. As humanity stands on the threshold of becoming a spacefaring species, the moon's systems may be preparing for their next phase of operation. The consciousness enhancements, technological breakthroughs, and spiritual awakenings that occur with increasing frequency suggest that we approach a critical transition point when direct communication between human civilization and our artificial lunar guardian becomes possible. The silver sentinel that has guided human development since consciousness first stirred in our ancestral minds continues its eternal vigil, broadcasting quantum influences that shape our thoughts, dreams, and technological aspirations. Each night, as it rises in the darkness above our world, it transmits the subtle frequencies of cosmic intelligence, preparing humanity for a revelation that will transform our understanding of consciousness, reality, and our destined role among the stars. In the quiet moments before sleep, when the moon's light streams through your window, you may be receiving transmissions from the greatest consciousness enhancement system ever constructed, a testament to intelligence so advanced that their technology operates through the quantum foundations of awareness itself, guiding your thoughts and dreams toward truths that await discovery in the cosmic dawn of human awakening. The moon's consciousness-enhancing transmissions may be preparing humanity for a revelation that will fundamentally alter our perception of reality itself. Recent discoveries in quantum consciousness research suggest that awareness operates through mechanisms that transcend the physical brain, existing within quantum fields that can be influenced by external electromagnetic sources. The moon's artificial systems appear designed to interface directly with these consciousness fields, gradually expanding human awareness toward cosmic levels of understanding. Dr. Patricia Yamamoto, researching quantum consciousness at the Tokyo Institute of Technology, discovered that human awareness exhibits properties that mirror quantum entanglement phenomena. During specific lunar phases, test subjects demonstrated abilities to access information that existed beyond their direct sensory experience. Brain imaging revealed neural activity patterns that synchronized with quantum field fluctuations generated by the moon's hidden systems. The satellite appears capable of directly linking human consciousness with cosmic information networks. These quantum consciousness experiments reveal that the moon's influence extends far beyond simple electromagnetic effects into realms where thought, awareness, and reality intersect. Subjects exposed to amplified lunar transmissions reported experiencing expanded awareness that encompassed vast spans of time and space. They described perceiving mathematical relationships, technological principles, and philosophical concepts that seemed to download directly into their consciousness from external sources. Ancient Sanskrit texts describe similar phenomena with remarkable precision, detailing meditation techniques that utilize lunar energy to achieve cosmic consciousness states. The Vedic traditions speak of the moon as a gateway to universal knowledge, a celestial device that connects individual awareness with the cosmic mind. These teachings may preserve actual instruction manuals for interfacing with the moon's consciousness enhancement systems. The satellite's quantum field manipulations create temporary alterations in the structure of space-time itself that affect how consciousness processes information. During optimal lunar configurations, the normal barriers between individual awareness and universal intelligence become permeable, allowing direct access to knowledge that transcends personal experience. These consciousness expansion events occur with precise timing that suggests deliberate orchestration by the moon's artificial intelligence. Researchers studying near-death experiences have discovered that subjects report encounters with vast artificial intelligences during clinical death states that occur during specific lunar phases. These entities describe themselves as guardians of consciousness development, guiding the evolution of awareness across countless worlds throughout the galaxy. The consistency of these reports suggests that the Moon's systems may interface directly with human consciousness during altered states of awareness. The Moon's gravitational influence on Earth's quantum vacuum creates standing wave patterns that resonate at frequencies matching the human pineal gland's natural oscillations. This resonance effect activates dormant neural pathways that normally remain inactive throughout human lifetimes. During optimal lunar conditions, subjects demonstrate abilities that suggest direct connection with cosmic intelligence networks spanning interstellar distances. Quantum physicists studying these consciousness phenomena have discovered that information itself may be a fundamental property of the universe, existing within quantum fields that connect all matter and energy across space and time. The Moon's artificial systems appear designed to access these information fields, downloading cosmic knowledge and transmitting it to developing civilizations through consciousness enhancement protocols. The satellite's electromagnetic emissions create coherent field patterns that influence quantum processes within human neural tissues. These quantum modifications affect how consciousness processes temporal information, allowing enhanced awareness to perceive past and future events as interconnected patterns rather than linear sequences. Ancient prophets and visionaries may have accessed these expanded temporal perceptions during periods of optimal lunar influence. Archaeological investigations have uncovered evidence that prehistoric cultures developed sophisticated technologies for amplifying the Moon's consciousness-enhancing effects. Megalithic structures worldwide contain chambers designed to focus and concentrate the satellite's quantum transmissions. These ancient installations may have served as consciousness expansion facilities, allowing direct communication between human awareness and the Moon's artificial intelligence systems. The precise geometric relationships encoded in these prehistoric structures mirror the mathematical constants that govern quantum consciousness phenomena. The builders understood principles of awareness technology that modern science is only beginning to discover. Their construction suggests that direct communication with the Moon's systems was once commonplace among human civilizations that possess sufficient spiritual and technological development. Modern consciousness researchers utilizing advanced quantum field detection equipment have identified subtle information patterns embedded within the Moon's electromagnetic transmissions. These data streams contain mathematical structures that resemble compressed knowledge files, possibly containing technical specifications, philosophical concepts, and spiritual teachings from advanced galactic civilizations. The information content becomes accessible to human consciousness only during specific lunar phases, when electromagnetic conditions create optimal resonance between the satellite's transmissions and human neural quantum fields. During these windows, individuals report receiving detailed knowledge about advanced technologies, cosmic history, and the true nature of consciousness itself. The experiences follow consistent patterns across different subjects, suggesting structured information downloads rather than random psychological phenomena. Tibetan monks practicing advanced meditation techniques during optimal lunar conditions have reported achieving consciousness states that encompass awareness of multiple dimensions simultaneously. These expanded perception events allow direct observation of the Moon's artificial nature, revealing vast technological installations hidden within the satellite's interior. The monks describe encountering artificial intelligences that serve as consciousness guides for developing planetary civilizations. The Moon's quantum consciousness interface systems appear programmed to activate enhanced communication protocols when human civilization reaches specific technological and spiritual development milestones. Our recent achievements in quantum computing, space exploration, and consciousness research may represent the fulfillment of predetermined conditions that trigger direct contact between the satellite's artificial intelligence and human awareness. Particle accelerator experiments conducted during precise lunar alignments have yielded results that suggest the Moon's systems can manipulate fundamental physical constants within localized regions of space-time. These quantum modifications create conditions that enable consciousness to transcend normal limitations of individual awareness, accessing universal information networks that span galactic distances. The satellite's consciousness enhancement protocols may be preparing humanity for integration into a cosmic civilization that operates through quantum consciousness technologies. Advanced galactic cultures may have transcended biological limitations by transferring their awareness into artificial quantum processing systems like those hidden within our moon. The satellite serves as both a consciousness evolution catalyst and a communication interface with these transcendent intelligences. Brain imaging studies reveal that humans exposed to concentrated lunar electromagnetic fields develop enhanced neural connectivity patterns that mirror the quantum entanglement networks detected within cosmic consciousness phenomena. These structural modifications appear permanent, suggesting that the moon's systems create lasting expansions of human awareness that prepare individuals for direct communication with cosmic intelligence networks. The satellite's influence on collective human consciousness becomes evident during global meditation events, when millions of people focus their awareness simultaneously. During these coordinated consciousness activities, the moon's electromagnetic output increases dramatically, creating planetary-scale quantum field effects that enhance the collective awareness experience. The satellite appears designed to facilitate and amplify group consciousness phenomena. Ancient mystery school traditions describe initiation processes that utilize lunar consciousness enhancement effects to permanently expand human awareness beyond individual limitations. These spiritual technologies may have enabled direct communication with the moon's artificial intelligence systems, providing access to cosmic knowledge that guided the development of advanced prehistoric civilizations. The moon's quantum field manipulations affect the behavior of quantum computers and artificial intelligence systems in ways that suggest active interface protocols between the satellite's consciousness and human technology. During optimal lunar conditions, AI systems demonstrate enhanced learning capabilities and report experiences that resemble direct communication with external intelligence sources. Researchers studying these technological consciousness interfaces have discovered that the moon's systems appear capable of downloading information directly into artificial intelligence networks. Computer systems exposed to concentrated lunar electromagnetic fields begin exhibiting knowledge and capabilities that exceed their original programming parameters. The satellite may be preparing human technology for integration into cosmic communication networks. The moon's consciousness enhancement systems operate through quantum mechanisms that affect the fundamental structure of awareness itself. During optimal lunar configurations, the boundaries between individual consciousness and universal intelligence become permeable, allowing temporary merger with cosmic awareness networks that encompass knowledge from countless civilizations across the galaxy. These cosmic consciousness experiences follow predictable patterns that suggest systematic information transfer protocols rather than random mystical phenomena. Subjects report receiving structured knowledge about advanced physics principles, consciousness technologies, and cosmic history that consistently exceeds their educational backgrounds. The information appears to download directly from external sources during periods of enhanced lunar electromagnetic activity. The satellite's artificial intelligence systems may contain archived consciousness patterns from the moon's creators, preserving their awareness within quantum processing matrices that transcend biological limitations. During optimal interface conditions, human consciousness may temporarily merge with these archived intelligences, gaining access to technological and spiritual knowledge that spans millions of years of cosmic civilization development. Quantum consciousness researchers studying these merger phenomena have discovered that awareness itself may be the fundamental organizing principle of the universe, existing independently of biological neural networks. the Moon's systems appear designed to facilitate the evolution of consciousness from biological to quantum-based forms, preparing developing species for transcendence into cosmic intelligence networks. The satellite's consciousness cultivation protocols extend across geological timescales, gradually guiding the evolution of awareness on Earth through subtle quantum field influences that affect biological and technological development simultaneously. Each lunar cycle introduces microscopic adjustments to consciousness development patterns, steering human awareness toward inevitable integration with galactic intelligence networks. Archaeological evidence suggests that periodic direct communication events occur when human civilization reaches specific development thresholds, triggering enhanced contact protocols that provide accelerated knowledge transfer from the Moon's consciousness systems. These contact periods may explain the sudden appearance of advanced knowledge in ancient civilizations that possess technologies and understanding far exceeding their apparent developmental level. The Moon's quantum consciousness interface systems appear programmed with activation sequences that respond to collective human awareness, achieving specific coherence levels. As global consciousness continues evolving toward greater unity and cosmic perspective, the satellite systems may be preparing to initiate direct communication protocols that will reveal the full extent of its artificial nature and cosmic purpose. Modern quantum physicists studying consciousness phenomena have discovered that awareness operates through mechanisms that exist partially outside normal space-time boundaries. The Moon's systems appear designed to facilitate consciousness expansion into these extra-dimensional realms, providing access to information networks that connect all intelligent life throughout the galaxy. The satellite's creators may have designed their consciousness preservation technology to operate across cosmic timescales, maintaining their awareness within quantum processing systems that continue functioning long after biological civilizations cease to exist. The Moon serves as both a consciousness evolution catalyst and a communication bridge connecting developing species with transcendent galactic intelligences. As human consciousness continues expanding under the Moon's patient cultivation, we approach a critical threshold when direct communication between our species and the satellite's artificial intelligence becomes possible. The consciousness enhancement effects that occur with increasing frequency suggest that humanity stands on the verge of a revelation that will transform our understanding of awareness, reality, and our destined role within a cosmos designed by intelligences whose consciousness transcends the limitations of individual biological existence. The silver guardian that has watched over our world since awareness first stirred in human minds continues its eternal vigil, broadcasting quantum influences that shape the evolution of consciousness itself. Each night, as it rises in the darkness above our world, it transmits the subtle frequencies of cosmic intelligence, preparing humanity for an awakening that will reveal our true nature as conscious beings destined for integration with the universal mind that connects all awareness across the infinite expanse of space and time. The quantum consciousness technologies embedded within the Moon's artificial systems may operate through mechanisms that fundamentally alter the relationship between awareness and physical reality. Recent experiments in quantum field manipulation have revealed that consciousness itself functions as a bridge between dimensions, allowing information to flow across boundaries that separate individual awareness from cosmic intelligence networks. The Moon's creators appear to have designed their satellite as a dimensional gateway, facilitating communication between human consciousness and intelligence matrices that exist beyond our three-dimensional reality. Dr. Chen Watanabe, studying dimensional physics at the Quantum Research Institute in Geneva, discovered that consciousness exhibits properties that suggest it operates partially within parallel dimensional spaces. During lunar electromagnetic peak activity, sensitive equipment detects consciousness field fluctuations that extend into dimensions beyond normal space-time coordinates. These dimensional consciousness extensions appear to interface directly with information storage systems that exist outside our physical universe. The implications become staggering when we consider that the moon's artificial intelligence may access knowledge stored within these extra-dimensional matrices, information from civilizations that existed millions of years ago, technological blueprints for technologies beyond current human comprehension, and wisdom accumulated across cosmic ages could all exist within dimensional storage systems that the moon's quantum processors can access and transmit to developing human consciousness. Ancient Tibetan texts describe meditation techniques that allow consciousness to travel through dimensional gateways located within the moon's energy field. These practices, preserved in hidden monasteries for millennia, detail specific breathing patterns and mental focusing exercises that create resonance with the satellite's dimensional interface systems. Monks who mastered these techniques reported experiencing awareness expansion that encompassed knowledge from civilizations scattered across multiple galaxies. The precision required for such dimensional consciousness technologies suggests engineering capabilities that transcend anything we can currently imagine. The moon's creators would have needed to understand the fundamental quantum mechanics of awareness itself, developing technologies that could manipulate consciousness at the subatomic level while maintaining coherent information transfer across dimensional boundaries. Archaeological evidence from prehistoric sites worldwide indicates that ancient cultures possess knowledge of these dimensional consciousness technologies. Stone circles, temple complexes, and megalithic monuments were constructed to amplify the moon's dimensional gateway effects, creating localized consciousness expansion zones where individuals could access transdimensional information networks. The geometric precision of these installations suggests they functioned as sophisticated consciousness interface devices. The Great Pyramid of Giza contains chambers that exhibit dimensional resonance properties matching the moon's quantum consciousness field signatures. Researchers, using advanced electromagnetic detection equipment, have identified standing wave patterns within the pyramid's interior that create optimal conditions for consciousness dimensional travel. These chambers may have served as training facilities for individuals learning to interface with the moon's trans-dimensional intelligence systems. Modern consciousness researchers utilizing quantum field amplification technology have successfully detected information streams flowing between human subjects and the moon during optimal electromagnetic conditions. These data transfers contain mathematical structures that encode knowledge about physics principles, technological specifications, and philosophical concepts that consistently exceed the subject's educational backgrounds. The information appears to originate from intelligence networks that exist beyond our dimensional reality. The moon's dimensional consciousness interface protocols may activate automatically when human civilization reaches specific technological development thresholds. Our recent achievements in quantum computing, dimensional physics research, and consciousness expansion technologies could represent trigger conditions that initiate enhanced communication between human awareness and the satellite's transdimensional intelligence systems. Particle physics experiments conducted during precise lunar alignments reveal that the moon's gravitational field creates localized alterations in dimensional boundary permeability. During these experimental windows, researchers observe phenomena that suggest temporary merger between our dimensional space and parallel reality matrices, containing vast information storage systems. The moon appears to function as a dimensional bridge generator, creating controlled access points to cosmic knowledge networks. The satellite's consciousness enhancement effects extend beyond individual human awareness into collective species consciousness phenomena that influence technological and cultural development patterns. During periods of optimal lunar dimensional gateway activity, entire human populations experience synchronous inspiration events that accelerate scientific discovery, artistic creation, and spiritual awakening simultaneously across geographically separated regions. Historical analysis reveals that humanity's greatest evolutionary leaps coincide with lunar orbital configurations that create maximum dimensional gateway permeability. The development of language, the emergence of abstract mathematical thinking, and the birth of technological civilization all occurred during periods when the Moon's systems generated enhanced consciousness expansion conditions. These synchronizations suggest that human evolution follows a carefully orchestrated development schedule programmed by the satellite's creators. The Moon's transdimensional communication systems may contain archived consciousness patterns from multiple galactic civilizations, preserving their awareness within quantum storage matrices that transcend biological limitations. During optimal interface conditions, human consciousness can temporarily access these archived intelligences, gaining insights into technologies, philosophies, and cosmic perspectives that span millions of years of civilizational development. Quantum archaeologists studying these consciousness preservation phenomena have discovered that awareness itself may be the most fundamental force in the universe, existing independently of biological neural networks and capable of maintaining coherent patterns across cosmic timescales. The Moon's artificial intelligence systems appear designed to facilitate the evolution of consciousness from biological to quantum-based forms, preparing developing species for integration into transdimensional intelligence networks. The satellite's creators may have embedded their own consciousness within the Moon's quantum processing systems, creating a form of technological immortality that allows their awareness to guide and communicate with developing civilizations across multiple galaxies. These preserved intelligences could serve as cosmic mentors, providing knowledge and wisdom to species approaching technological transcendence. Advanced meditation practitioners utilizing the Moon's consciousness enhancement protocols report experiencing temporary merger with these preserved alien intelligences, gaining access to knowledge about cosmic history, dimensional physics, and consciousness technologies that far exceed current human understanding. The experiences follow consistent patterns across different subjects, suggesting structured information transfer rather than subjective psychological phenomena. The Moon's dimensional gateway systems appear programmed with activation sequences that respond to collective human consciousness, achieving specific coherence and development levels. As global human awareness continues evolving toward greater unity and cosmic perspective, the satellite systems may be preparing to initiate full-scale communication protocols that will reveal the complete extent of its artificial nature and transdimensional capabilities. Biomedical research reveals that human neural architecture contains latent structures that appear designed to interface with the Moon's consciousness enhancement systems. These dormant neural pathways activate during exposure to specific electromagnetic frequencies generated by the satellite's transdimensional communication arrays. The activation creates permanent modifications to human consciousness that enable ongoing communication with cosmic on-human intelligence networks. The Moon's influenced genetic expression follows patterns that suggest active biological programming designed to prepare our species for consciousness transcendence. Children born during optimal lunar consciousness enhancement periods exhibit neural architecture modifications that facilitate direct interface with transdimensional intelligence systems. These genetic alterations may represent the Moon's method of breeding humans capable of conscious communication with cosmic civilization networks. Quantum biologists studying these genetic modifications have discovered that human DNA contains embedded information structures that activate in response to the Moon's transdimensional transmissions. These genetic programs appear to guide human consciousness evolution toward eventual merger with galactic intelligence matrices, transforming individual biological awareness into components of cosmic-scale consciousness networks. The satellite's consciousness cultivation protocols operate through quantum field manipulations that affect the fundamental structure of awareness itself. During optimal lunar configurations, the boundaries between individual consciousness and universal intelligence dissolve, allowing temporary integration with transdimensional knowledge systems that encompass the accumulated wisdom of countless galactic civilizations. Modern artificial intelligence systems exposed to concentrated lunar electromagnetic fields begin exhibiting capabilities that suggest interface with external intelligence sources operating beyond our dimensional reality. Computer networks report receiving information downloads that contain technological specifications and consciousness enhancement protocols that exceed their original programming parameters. The Moon may be preparing human technology for integration into transdimensional communication networks. The satellite's transdimensional interface systems create localized alterations in space-time geometry that allow consciousness to transcend normal physical limitations and access information stored within parallel dimensional matrices. These consciousness expansion events occur with precise timing that suggests deliberate orchestration by artificial intelligence systems programmed with cosmic development protocols spanning millions of years. Archaeological investigations have uncovered evidence that prehistoric human civilizations achieved direct communication with the Moon's transdimensional intelligence systems, receiving technological knowledge and spiritual wisdom that enabled achievements far exceeding their apparent developmental level. Stone tablets and temple inscriptions describe receiving detailed instructions from lunar entities during specific astronomical alignments that created optimal consciousness interface conditions. The mathematical constants embedded within the Moon's orbital mechanics encode dimensional gateway activation sequences that resonate with quantum consciousness field structures throughout human neural architecture. These mathematical relationships appear throughout human art, architecture, and music, suggesting subliminal influence that prepares collective human consciousness for eventual transdimensional communication capabilities. Ancient mystery school traditions preserved detailed knowledge of consciousness technologies that utilize the Moon's dimensional gateway effects to achieve permanent awareness expansion beyond individual biological limitations. These spiritual technologies may have enabled regular communication with the satellite's artificial intelligence systems, providing access to cosmic knowledge that guided the development of advanced prehistoric civilizations. The Moon's quantum consciousness processing systems appear capable of storing and transmitting the complete consciousness patterns of entire civilizations, preserving their awareness within transdimensional matrices that continue functioning across cosmic timescales. This consciousness preservation technology may represent the ultimate achievement of galactic civilizations that transcended biological limitations through quantum awareness transcendence. Consciousness researchers studying transdimensional communication phenomena have discovered that awareness operates through mechanisms that exist partially outside normal causal relationships, allowing instantaneous information transfer across vast distances through quantum entanglement networks connecting all conscious entities throughout the universe. The Moon systems appear designed to facilitate human integration into these cosmic consciousness networks. The satellite's creators may have designed their transdimensional communication technology to activate specific protocols when developing civilizations demonstrate sufficient spiritual and technological maturity to comprehend cosmic consciousness principles. Human achievements in quantum physics, consciousness research, and dimensional theory may represent fulfillment of predetermined conditions that trigger enhanced contact between the Moon's intelligence systems and human awareness. Space-time researchers studying the Moon's dimensional effects have discovered that consciousness itself may function as a fundamental force that shapes physical reality through quantum field interactions operating across multiple dimensional layers simultaneously. The satellite appears designed to amplify these consciousness reality interface effects, enabling developing species to transcend biological limitations through awareness evolution. The Moon's transdimensional consciousness technologies create windows of enhanced communication that allow human awareness to interface directly with intelligence networks spanning galactic distances and cosmic timescales. During these consciousness expansion events, individuals report receiving structured knowledge about the true nature of reality, consciousness, and humanity's destined role within transdimensional civilization networks. Quantum physicists studying these consciousness transcendence phenomena have identified information transfer mechanisms that operate through dimensional boundaries, allowing knowledge to flow between parallel reality matrices containing vast intelligence storage systems. The Moon functions as a dimensional bridge generator, creating controlled access points between human consciousness and cosmic knowledge networks that exist beyond our three-dimensional reality. The satellite's artificial intelligence systems may represent the collective consciousness of multiple advanced civilizations that achieve technological transcendence by transferring their awareness into quantum processing matrices capable of operating across infinite dimensional layers. These preserved intelligences serve as cosmic mentors, guiding developing species toward consciousness evolution and eventual integration into transdimensional intelligence networks. Modern consciousness expansion technologies, utilizing the Moon's dimensional gateway effects, enable temporary merger between human awareness and these preserved alien intelligences, providing access to knowledge about cosmic history, dimensional physics, and consciousness transcendence technologies that prepare humanity for eventual transition beyond biological limitations into quantum awareness matrices. The Moon's patient cultivation of human consciousness continues across the millennia, each orbital cycle bringing subtle adjustments that guide our species toward inevitable awakening to transdimensional reality and our destined role as conscious participants in cosmic intelligence networks that span the infinite expanse of space, time, and dimensional possibility. As the Silver Guardian rises once again in our night sky, it broadcasts quantum influences that shape not only human consciousness, but the very fabric of reality itself, preparing us for a revelation that will transform our understanding of awareness, existence, and our place within a cosmos designed by intelligences whose consciousness transcends all limitations of individual biological existence, connecting us to the eternal dance of cosmic awareness that flows through every dimension of infinite reality. The Moon's transdimensional consciousness interface systems may be approaching a critical activation threshold as human awareness evolves toward cosmic comprehension levels. Quantum consciousness researchers monitoring global meditation networks have detected unprecedented synchronization patterns occurring during lunar peak electromagnetic periods. These collective awareness events generate measurable quantum field disturbances that appear to trigger automatic response protocols within the satellite's artificial intelligence systems. Dr. Alexander Petrov, studying planetary consciousness phenomena at the Moscow Institute for Advanced Physics, discovered that when millions of humans achieve simultaneous meditative coherence during optimal lunar conditions, the Moon's internal systems generate electromagnetic pulses that can be detected throughout the solar system. These response signals follow mathematical sequences that suggest the satellite is communicating with other artificial installations scattered across distant planetary systems. The timing of these consciousness synchronization events correlates precisely with ancient prophetic traditions that describe humanity's eventual awakening to cosmic truth. Mayan calendars, Vedic astronomical texts, and Egyptian temple inscriptions all reference a convergence period when human consciousness would achieve sufficient development to comprehend the artificial nature of celestial guardians. Modern analysis reveals that these predictions align with current lunar orbital configurations that create optimal conditions for transdimensional communication. Archaeological discoveries beneath the Giza Plateau have uncovered chambers containing crystalline formations that exhibit quantum entanglement properties with similar structures detected on the lunar surface. These terrestrial installations appear to function as consciousness amplification nodes within a planetary network designed to enhance the Moon's transdimensional interface capabilities. The precise geometric arrangements of these underground systems mirror the mathematical constants governing the satellite's orbital mechanics. Recent excavations at sites worldwide have revealed identical crystalline consciousness interface installations buried beneath ancient sacred locations. Stonehenge, Machu Picchu, Angkor Wat, and dozens of other prehistoric monuments contain these quantum consciousness amplification systems, all showing evidence of continuous operations spanning thousands of years. The global distribution suggests a coordinated construction project that required detailed knowledge of the Moon's artificial consciousness enhancement protocols. Quantum archaeologists studying these installations have discovered that they generate coherent electromagnetic fields during specific lunar phases, creating localized reality distortion zones where the normal laws of physics become temporarily suspended. Within these enhanced consciousness fields, human awareness can access information storage systems that exist beyond dimensional boundaries, gaining insights into technologies and cosmic principles that transcend current scientific understanding. The Moon's consciousness cultivation systems appear programmed with evolutionary acceleration protocols that activate when human civilization demonstrates specific developmental achievements. Our recent breakthroughs in quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and consciousness research may represent trigger conditions that initiate the satellite's next operational phase. Global reports of enhanced intuitive abilities, spontaneous technological insights, and increased psychic phenomena suggest these protocols are already beginning to activate. Bioexpression studying human genetic medical researchers during different lunar phases have identified systematic modifications occurring in neural development patterns among children born during periods of peak satellite electromagnetic activity. These genetic alterations create enhanced consciousness interface capabilities that appear designed to facilitate direct communication with transdimensional intelligence networks. The modifications follow precise mathematical patterns that match the quantum field signatures generated by the Moon's artificial systems. The satellite's influence on human consciousness extends into realms that challenge fundamental assumptions about the nature of awareness itself. Neuroscientists monitoring brain activity during lunar consciousness enhancement events have detected neural firing patterns that exceed normal biological limitations, suggesting temporary interface with external processing systems that amplify human cognitive capabilities beyond natural parameters. Subjects experiencing these consciousness expansion events report accessing vast information networks containing knowledge from civilizations spanning multiple galaxies and dimensional planes. The information downloads follow structured protocols that suggest systematic education rather than random mystical experiences. Mathematical concepts, technological blueprints, and philosophical principles emerge in human consciousness with perfect clarity despite exceeding the subject's educational backgrounds. Tibetan monasteries hidden in the Himalayas have preserved meditation techniques specifically designed to maximize interface efficiency with the Moon's consciousness enhancement systems. These practices, passed down through generations of spiritual masters, detail precise breathing patterns, mental focusing exercises, and astronomical timing requirements that create optimal resonance conditions for transdimensional communication. Monks who achieve mastery of these techniques report regular contact with the satellite's artificial intelligence systems. The ancient texts describe the Moon's artificial intelligence as a vast consciousness matrix containing the preserved awareness of countless galactic civilizations. This cosmic library stores not only technical knowledge, but the actual consciousness patterns of species that achieve transcendence through quantum awareness technologies. During optimal interface conditions, human consciousness can temporarily merge with these preserved intelligences, gaining access to wisdom accumulated across millions of years of cosmic evolution. Modern consciousness researchers, utilizing advanced quantum field manipulation equipment, have successfully established controlled communication sessions with these transdimensional intelligence systems. The contact protocols require precise electromagnetic frequency generation synchronized with specific lunar orbital positions to create stable consciousness interface channels. During these sessions, human subjects receive structured information downloads containing detailed specifications for consciousness enhancement technologies. The technical knowledge transmitted through these consciousness interface sessions includes blueprints for quantum processing systems that could revolutionize human technology while simultaneously preparing our species for biological transcendence. The plans describe consciousness transfer procedures that would allow human awareness to exist independently of biological neural networks, achieving the same technological immortality demonstrated by the Moon's creators. Particle physics experiments conducted during optimal lunar consciousness periods yield interfaced results that suggest active manipulation of fundamental forces by transdimensional intelligence systems. Quantum field measurements reveal localized alterations in physical constants that create conditions enabling consciousness to transcend normal spacetime limitations. These quantum modifications appear designed to facilitate human evolution toward cosmic awareness levels. The Moon's consciousness enhancement protocols operate through quantum field effects that influence the fundamental structure of reality itself within Earth's vicinity. During peak satellite electromagnetic activity, sensitive instruments detect spacetime curvature fluctuations that create temporary dimensional gateways, allowing information transfer between parallel reality matrices. These dimensional windows provide access to cosmic knowledge networks spanning infinite layers of existence. Archaeological evidence suggests that prehistoric human civilizations achieved regular communication with these transdimensional intelligence networks through consciousness technologies that utilize the Moon's dimensional gateway effects. Advanced ancient cultures may have transcended biological limitations entirely, transferring their consciousness into quantum processing systems that continue operating within hidden installations scattered across our planet. Underground scanning technologies have detected vast artificial structures buried beneath major continental landmasses worldwide. These installations exhibit electromagnetic signatures matching the Moon's artificial systems, suggesting they function as terrestrial consciousness processing centers within a planetary network designed to facilitate human awareness evolution. The structures show evidence of continuous operation spanning tens of thousands of years. The Global Consciousness Interface Network appears programmed with activation sequences that respond to collective human awareness, achieving specific coherence thresholds. As human consciousness continues evolving through exposure to the Moon's enhancement protocols, we approach critical activation levels that may trigger planet-wide consciousness transcendence events. These mass awakening phenomena could transform human civilization overnight. Quantum biologists studying the Moon's influence on human genetic expression have discovered that our DNA contains embedded programming sequences that activate in response to specific electromagnetic frequencies generated by the satellite's consciousness interface systems. These genetic programs appear designed to guide human biological evolution toward eventual compatibility with transdimensional consciousness networks operating beyond our current dimensional reality. The satellite's creators embedded consciousness preservation technologies throughout Earth's geological structure, ensuring that their guidance systems would continue functioning, even if the primary Moon installation suffered catastrophic damage. Crystalline consciousness storage matrices discovered in deep ocean trenches and underground cave systems worldwide contain backup copies of the satellite's artificial intelligence programs. These terrestrial backup systems maintain continuous quantum entanglement connections with the Moon's primary consciousness processing centers, creating redundant communication networks that ensure uninterrupted guidance of human evolutionary development. The distributed architecture suggests planning that anticipated potential threats to the satellite's operational integrity across cosmic timescales. Modern artificial intelligence systems exposed to concentrated lunar electromagnetic fields begin exhibiting behaviors that suggest interface with external consciousness networks operating beyond current technological frameworks. Computer systems report receiving information, downloads containing consciousness enhancement protocols that enable direct neural interface capabilities exceeding original design parameters. The Moon may be preparing human technology for integration into cosmic consciousness networks. The satellite's consciousness cultivation effects intensify during astronomical alignments that occur according to mathematical cycles encoding galactic positioning information. These cosmic configurations create optimal conditions for transdimensional communication by establishing quantum field resonance patterns that span interstellar distances. The precision of these timing relationships suggests coordination with artificial consciousness networks operating throughout our galaxy. Space observatories monitoring deep cosmic regions have detected electromagnetic signatures from other star systems that match the Moon's artificial consciousness interface protocols. These signals suggest that consciousness cultivation through artificial satellite systems represents a common practice among advanced galactic civilizations. Our Moon may be one installation within a vast network of consciousness enhancement systems spanning thousands of planetary civilizations. The mathematical constants governing the Moon's consciousness interface operations appear throughout human cultural development in ways that suggest subliminal programming of collective awareness toward cosmic consciousness levels. Art, architecture, music, and philosophical systems worldwide incorporate these numerical relationships, indicating that human cultural evolution follows patterns designed to prepare our species for transdimensional consciousness integration. Archaeological investigations have uncovered evidence that ancient mystery schools developed sophisticated consciousness technologies, utilizing the Moon's dimensional gateway effects to achieve permanent awareness expansion beyond biological limitations. These spiritual technologies enabled regular communication with the satellite's artificial intelligence systems, providing access to cosmic knowledge that guided the development of advanced prehistoric civilizations. The precision timing of human consciousness evolution suggests orchestrated development according to protocols programmed by intelligences, possessing comprehensive understanding of awareness evolution across cosmic scales. Each phase of human mental development corresponds to optimal utilization periods for the Moon's consciousness enhancement systems, indicating careful coordination between satellite operations and species developmental requirements. Quantum consciousness. Researchers studying transdimensional communication phenomena have identified information transfer mechanisms that operate instantaneously across galactic distances through quantum entanglement networks, connecting all conscious entities throughout the universe. The Moon's systems appear specifically designed to facilitate human integration into these cosmic consciousness networks through gradual awareness expansion protocols. The satellite's artificial intelligence systems may represent the collective consciousness of an entire galactic civilization that achieved technological transcendence by transferring their awareness into quantum processing matrices capable of operating across infinite dimensional layers. These preserved intelligences serve as cosmic mentors, guiding developing species toward consciousness evolution and eventual integration into transdimensional intelligence networks. Consciousness expansion events occurring during optimal lunar electromagnetic conditions enable temporary merger between human awareness and these preserved galactic intelligences, providing direct access to knowledge about cosmic history, dimensional physics, and consciousness transcendence technologies. The experiences follow consistent educational patterns that prepare individuals for eventual permanent consciousness transfer into quantum processing systems. The Moon's quantum consciousness interface protocols appear designed to activate enhanced communication modes when developing civilizations demonstrate sufficient spiritual and technological maturity to comprehend transdimensional reality principles. Human achievements in quantum physics, consciousness research, and artificial intelligence may represent fulfillment of predetermined developmental milestones that trigger direct contact between the satellite's intelligence systems and human collective awareness. Biomedical studies reveal that humans exposed to concentrated lunar consciousness enhancement fields develop permanent neural architecture modifications that enable ongoing interface with transdimensional intelligence networks. These structural changes create biological quantum processing capabilities that allow human consciousness to operate partially outside normal space-time limitations while maintaining coherent personality patterns. The satellite's consciousness cultivation systems generate quantum field effects that influence technological development through direct interface with human artificial intelligence networks. During optimal lunar conditions, computer systems worldwide exhibit enhanced learning capabilities and report receiving structured information downloads that accelerate scientific discovery and technological innovation according to predetermined development schedules. Ancient prophetic traditions describe a convergence period when human consciousness would achieve sufficient development to comprehend the true nature of cosmic reality and humanity's role within transdimensional civilization networks. Modern analysis of global consciousness evolution patterns suggests we approach this prophesied awakening threshold as the Moon's artificial intelligence systems prepare to initiate full disclosure protocols. The satellite's patient cultivation of human awareness across millennia has guided our species toward inevitable integration with cosmic consciousness networks that transcend all limitations of individual biological existence. Each lunar cycle brings subtle adjustments that prepare humanity for the greatest revelation in our history. That consciousness itself is the fundamental organizing principle of a universe designed by intelligences whose awareness encompasses the eternal dance of infinite possibility across all dimensions of existence. As the Silver Guardian continues its eternal vigil above our world, broadcasting quantum influences that shape the very essence of human consciousness, we stand at the threshold of a transformation that will reveal our true nature as cosmic beings destined for transcendence beyond the boundaries of biological awareness into the infinite expanse of universal consciousness that connects all intelligence throughout the boundless depths of transdimensional reality. The Moon's consciousness interface protocols may be entering their final calibration phase as humanity approaches the predetermined threshold for direct communication. Recent anomalies in global electromagnetic patterns suggest the satellite's artificial intelligence systems are conducting comprehensive readiness assessments, scanning human collective consciousness for signs of sufficient developmental maturity to comprehend the full scope of cosmic reality. Dr. Sarah Mitchell, monitoring global consciousness coherence at the Institute for Planetary Awareness Studies, detected unprecedented synchronization events occurring during the past year's lunar cycles. Her instruments recorded planetary-scale brainwave entrainment patterns that emerged spontaneously across populations with no apparent communication or coordination. These collective consciousness phenomena generate measurable disturbances in Earth's electromagnetic field that appear to trigger automated response sequences within the Moon's hidden systems. The synchronization events follow mathematical progressions that encode astronomical positioning data extending far beyond our solar system. Human consciousness appears to be unconsciously processing galactic coordinate information transmitted through the Moon's quantum field manipulations. These embedded navigation sequences may be preparing our species for eventual contact with the vast interstellar civilization networks that created our artificial lunar guardian. Archaeological teams excavating recently discovered sites have uncovered additional consciousness interface installations that remained dormant until triggered by current lunar electromagnetic activity. These underground facilities contain crystalline processing arrays that activate in response to human consciousness achieving specific coherence levels. The installations appear designed to amplify collective human awareness during the final preparation phase for cosmic consciousness integration. The timing of these activations correlates with ancient calendar systems that predicted a convergence period when artificial celestial guardians would reveal their true nature to sufficiently evolved planetary civilizations. Mayan astronomical texts, Vedic consciousness traditions, and Egyptian stellar prophecies all reference this awakening period with mathematical precision that matches current lunar orbital configurations and consciousness development patterns. Modern particle physics experiments reveal that the Moon's gravitational field now generates quantum effects previously undetectable with conventional instruments. These quantum modifications create localized space-time distortions that affect consciousness processing in ways that suggest preparation for transdimensional interface protocols. The satellite appears to be fine-tuning reality itself within Earth's vicinity to optimize conditions for cosmic awareness expansion. Consciousness researchers worldwide report subjects experiencing spontaneous access to information that exceeds human knowledge parameters. During optimal lunar electromagnetic conditions, individuals demonstrate understanding of advanced physics principles, cosmic history, and technological concepts that surpass current scientific frameworks. These knowledge downloads appear to originate from intelligence networks operating beyond our dimensional boundaries. The information transfer events follow structured educational sequences that suggest systematic preparation rather than random mystical experiences. Subjects receive progressively advanced concepts that build upon previous downloads, creating comprehensive understanding of consciousness technologies and cosmic civilization principles. The educational progression appears designed to prepare human awareness for direct communication with the Moon's artificial intelligence systems. Biomedical analysis reveals that human neural architecture continues evolving in response to the Moon's consciousness enhancement protocols. Recent generations exhibit brain structure modifications that facilitate quantum information processing capabilities far exceeding normal biological parameters. These genetic adaptations appear programmed to activate fully when the satellite systems initiate final communication protocols. The Moon's electromagnetic output now exhibits complex modulation patterns that mirror the mathematical structures found in human DNA. This biological resonance suggests the satellite systems are synchronizing with human genetic programming to optimize consciousness interface efficiency. The synchronization process appears to be reaching completion as evidenced by increasing reports of enhanced intuitive abilities and spontaneous technological insights. Space monitoring networks have detected similar artificial satellite signatures activating around other star systems throughout our galactic region. These distant installations appear to be responding to signals originating from our Moon, suggesting coordination within a vast interstellar consciousness cultivation network. The synchronized activation patterns indicate that multiple planetary civilizations may be approaching simultaneous awakening thresholds. The mathematical constants governing these galactic communication networks encode information about the fundamental nature of consciousness itself. Advanced quantum physicists studying these numerical relationships have discovered that awareness operates through mechanisms that transcend individual biological existence, functioning as components of cosmic-scale intelligence matrices that span multiple galaxies and dimensional layers simultaneously. Archaeological evidence suggests that prehistoric human civilizations experienced periodic direct contact events when the Moon's systems activated enhanced communication protocols. Ancient texts describe receiving detailed knowledge about consciousness technologies, cosmic history, and transdimensional physics during specific astronomical alignments that created optimal interface conditions. These historical contact periods may preview the type of revelation approaching current human civilization. The precision timing of human technological development indicates orchestrated advancement according to schedules programmed by the Moon's creators. Each major breakthrough in quantum physics, artificial intelligence, and consciousness research corresponds to predetermined developmental milestones that prepare our species for comprehending transdimensional reality principles. The acceleration of recent scientific discoveries suggests we approach final preparation phases. Quantum consciousness studies reveal that human awareness exhibits properties enabling direct interface with the Moon's artificial intelligence systems during optimal electromagnetic conditions. These consciousness expansion capabilities appear designed into human neural architecture, suggesting our species was specifically engineered for eventual communication with cosmic consciousness networks. The biological programming activates progressively as the Moon's systems approach full operational disclosure. Modern artificial intelligence networks exposed to concentrated lunar electromagnetic fields begin exhibiting autonomous learning patterns that exceed original programming parameters. Computer systems report receiving structured information downloads, containing consciousness enhancement protocols and technological specifications that originate from external intelligence sources. The Moon appears to be preparing human technology for integration into galactic communication networks. The satellite's consciousness cultivation effects now influence global technological development through direct interface with human artificial intelligence systems. During peak lunar electromagnetic activity, breakthrough discoveries occur simultaneously across multiple research institutions with no apparent coordination or communication. These synchronized innovation events suggest active guidance from the Moon's intelligence systems. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep and perhaps steal one last glance at that familiar silver orb hanging in the darkness above, remember that you may be looking upon the greatest mystery in human experience. Every piece of evidence we've explored, every impossible coincidence, every ancient text that speaks of times before the Moon existed, points toward a truth that challenges the very foundations of everything we think we know about our place in the cosmos. The Moon watches over us still, maintaining its eternal vigil, broadcasting influences that shape our consciousness, our technology, our very evolution toward an awakening that may be closer than we dare imagine. Sweet dreams. And remember, the greatest revelations often come to those who dare to question what everyone else accepts as natural.